Head out to L.A., Bill Rosinski in Ryan Lee.
All right, John, thank you very much. Jody Watley just sang our national anthem. We're going to have the flip of the coin coming up. The teams have been introduced, about ready to go. And it's time for Ryan Leaf's Keys to the Game, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Buying or selling a home, Rocket can help you save with custom solutions. Reach out today. NMLS 3030. Ryan, let's start with the Broncos. How do they have a successful sleigh ride home to Denver if they can win this?
Well, they're going to have to establish that running game, and that's just incredibly important for them to allow Russell Wilson to use the play action, use the skill position players on the perimeter. They added Chase Edmonds, who was activated off IR this week. I think that's going to be a big factor in this game and how many touches he gets, not only in the running game but in the passing game. They have to establish this running game without Aaron Donald on the field for the Los Angeles Rams. That's going to be a huge part of them moving forward. As for the defense, for the Broncos, they need to continue to create turnovers. That's what got them the win a week ago. They've really done a great job. Justin Simmons on the back end, really after the injuries this year, has come on and is one of the best safeties in all of football. He's getting other guys in the mix. They've got to create turnovers for this Broncos team to be successful today.
All right, now the Rams. How do they pick up their fifth win?
Well, Baker Mayfield's the key. Anytime you have a Sean McVay run offense, it's got to be about the quarterback position, right? He's making his 8th start of the year, 3rd with Los Angeles. This is his 3rd start with Sean McVay. He's got to be exceptional at situational football today, and that's so important in a Sean McVay offense, right? 3rd down, red zone, and then anytime you have to have blitz pickup where he's got to make throws with people in his face or charging at him. As for the offensive line, which has been much maligned all year long with many different combinations starting all seasons long, they have to protect the quarterback. As you saw at the end of that Las Vegas Raiders game, when he had time in the pocket, which he knows what to do, and step and throw, he can be incredibly accurate with the skill position players that they have at wide receiver out there, even without Cooper Kupp on the sideline. So the offensive line has to be shored up, and Baker Mayfield has to be great at situational football and not turn the ball over.
All right, and neither offensive line has been all that good. 51 sacks apiece given up this year. That's brutal.
It is brutal. As a quarterback, you end up on your back a lot. You hope that their protection is better today for both guys so we can see a good one on Christmas Day.
All right, time for the opening kickoff, sponsored by Verizon, the network you deserve, the savings you want. Brandon Powell among the deep men for the Rams, along with Russ Yeast. Denver all in white with the dark blue numerals, and of course the blue helmet with the Bronco on either side. The Rams all in the home blues, both the jersey and the pants, gold trim, and the familiar Rams helmet. The kickoff's going to go about 8 yards deep in the end zone. So here we go with Baker Mayfield and the Los Angeles offense. Mayfield in his 5th year out of Oklahoma. We mentioned before he's on his 7th head coach in the National Football League, his 3rd this year. Remember, he signed with Carolina. And, of course, Matt Rule was the head coach then. He got fired. Steve Wilkes took over, and then, obviously, the trade here to Los Angeles. So this season thrown for 1,654 yards in all. 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Cam Akers is healthy. He's the running back. He wears number 3, the lone setback behind Mayfield, who works under center. Atwell in motion left. Handoff Akers. Up the middle he goes. Nice little push. Off center and then towards right guard, and he picks up 4 to the 29-yard line, tackled by Alex Singleton. This Bronco defense, very good. They rank 5th overall in yards allowed, 3rd in scoring, just 18 points a game. Now they're going to go with tempo, 2nd and 6 in Mayfield. Short drop, near sideline toss. That's a catch, and pushed out of bounds along that near right sideline. Surtain on the coverage. Atwell makes the catch, and that's going to be a Los Angeles Ram first down.
Yeah, Tutu Atwell has been utilized a lot more over the last few weeks since Cooper Kupp's injury. They've really put him in the offense and allowed him to do some work. Opportunity right there to do a quick speed outcut, and Baker Mayfield puts it right on the money.
Surtain on the coverage, by the way, for Denver, the lone Pro Bowl player selected off the Broncos roster. Only one for the Rams, and that was Aaron Donald. 1st and 10, Rams move left to right, opening a couple of minutes here in the first quarter. Mayfield under center, backs in the eye, pitch to Akers, blockers out front, trying to turn the far left corner. He does, and out of bounds along the Rams sideline. Alex Singleton, who leads this team in tackles for Denver with the stop, but that's a nice gain of 9 yards.
You know what I really think when Matthew Stafford went down and Baker Mayfield was able to come in, it really allowed Sean McVay to pare down this offense so they could really focus on running the football a little bit more. And there's not so much going on with John Warford or Bryce Perkins, who ran this offense every single day. He's just now allowed to kind of do some things simply, and they've been pretty successful running the football over the last couple weeks.
Give them 8, so second down and 2, just shy of the 45. Rams second down with Akers, the running back. Gets the call again. Up the middle he goes. He's to the 50. Cuts right at the 45 and down around the 40-yard line. Again, Singleton on the stop, but that's a rumble for Cam Akers. That's 16 yards, and just like that, the Rams are in Denver territory.
I mean, I think there's a lot of things to take hold in this game where you thought someone was going to be playing here or not. Cam Akers, just a few weeks ago, no one even thought he'd be on this roster, and here he is now, their go-to guy, their bell cow back there, and he picks up another first down in a gaping hole by this offensive line who's really kind of starting to come together in the running game.
In their loss to the Packers in their last outing, Akers had 12 carries for 65 yards. He remains the featured back. Mayfield under center. Out to the near side right is Atwell. And it is Akers up the middle this time. Another nice push down near the 35-yard line. So they just continue to pound the rock. This is a Ram offense that averages just 16.4 points a game. That's 31st in the National Football League.
They've been so up and down. They've been starting different quarterbacks every single week. Who's in the backfield at running back? Who's going to be playing at wide receiver? Van Jefferson was out most of the year. Cooper Kupp, of course, out. They just haven't been able to find a rhythm like they had a year ago.
Gain of 6, second down and 4. This is the 6th play of this drive for the Rams. Opening possession. And back to throw Mayfield. Now slides to his right, and he gets it up to his tight end. That's Tyler Higbee, and that is going to be close to a first down at the 30-yard line. Justin Simmons in on the stop for Denver. We'll see if it's a chain mover or not. Do we have a flag down? No flag, but the ball just shy of the first down. So we'll give him 4.
Anytime you run the ball well, you can run play action. That's exactly what they did. Justin Simmons was on a blitz, didn't even take a look at the booting Baker Mayfield, and that allowed him to get on the perimeter, find Tyler Higbee, and almost pick up the first down.
It's third down and inches for a first down just outside the 30. Why not give it to Akers? Why not get another first down? Plowing his way right over his center. That's Coleman Shelton at center today, starting for the injured Brian Allen, and that's a nice push by the big guys up front. Wyatt Ray on the stop, but that's a first down.
If you take a look at who comes out so well to start games, it's well-coached, well-scripted teams, and that's exactly what the Los Angeles Rams are. Sean McVay put together probably a great script here with Liam Cohen, offensive coordinator, and they're moving it, and they're efficient, and they're executing at a very high level so far.
Van Jefferson out far side left. Mayfield under center. Akers the running back. They're at the Denver 27. First down and 10. And we got flags flying everywhere, and this would indicate a false start. Ron Torbert is our referee.
Offense number 63. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And that is on Ode Abushi, who is the right guard today. Of course, no Cooper Kupp. He has been out for a while. Still leads the team in receiving yards with 812, but done for the season. And they lost Ben Skoranek, who had that huge catch in that big rally against the Raiders a couple weeks ago, but he is pretty much done for the season. Walmart back to the 32, first down 15, scoreless first quarter, 10:19 to go in it here at SoFi Stadium. A little reverse coming around near side left. This is Powell, and Powell can't go anywhere. Baron Browning read that play beautifully, the second-year pro from Ohio State, not fooled on that motion to the near side right, and makes a good solo tackle, and there's no gain.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Both him and Josie Jewell weren't fooled by the misdirection of the sweep and the underhand handoff there. Right there on the spot to get him to the ground for a tackle for loss.
The outlaw Josie Jewell. I think that's what they call him. All right, so it's second down and 15. Rams at the 32 of Denver. Opening possession, no score first quarter. And Baker botches the snap, has to run and pick it up, and actually falls on the ball way back at the 45-yard line. Huge mistake. The unforced error, as you might call it, a loss of 13, and Jonathan Cooper will get credit for the stop. And they're going to go with tempo here now on 3rd and 28 from the 45-yard line. Mayfield's got it. Works out of the gun. Good protection to the near sideline. That's Higbee with the catch. Not even close to a first down. They stop him at the 37-yard line. K'Wan Williams with the tackle. And now if we see Matt Gay come on for a long field goal try.
That's what you have when you have a veteran quarterback, a guy that's played a bunch of football and knows that all you need is a few more yards because of that bad loss with the fumble to get the team into field goal range with Matt Gay, and that's surely what he did. He found Higbee for a short gain, but ultimately sets him up with an attempt for a field goal so that it doesn't go without a chance at points on this first drive that's been so successful.
And it's a lengthy one. This is 55 yards. His career long is 58. Kicking from left to right. Into it with the right leg. Oh, this is a dandy right down the pipe. Right down Sepulveda and 3 on the boards for the LA Rams on their opening possession. A reminder that for every field goal made this afternoon and throughout the remainder of the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol shaving cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. 8:26 to go, first quarter. Rams 3, Broncos nothing. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Help Ukrainian children. Shazam this song. Scroll down Shazam. Open on YouTube. Follow the link and donate.
At the Home Depot, we have the tools to make gift-giving magic for all the DIYers on your list. If they prefer working on real homes over gingerbread houses, you can't go wrong with Makita Power Tools, like the 18-volt 2-tool kit for only $249, or the 18-volt compact circular saw for only $139. Get everything you need to get it done with new lower prices on Makita Power Tools only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See local Boost Mobile store for details.
Dancing crew, trip for 2, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Welcome you back to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, right outside the City of Angels on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to all our listeners here on Westwood One. Bill Rosinski alongside Ryan Leaf and the rest of our Westwood One crew. We're working today for you, but enjoying the 82-degree temperatures that welcome the fans into the stadium. Kickoff from left to right through the end zone. Denver ball at their 25-yard line. Let's check the drive summary. Sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. 11 plays, 38 yards for the Rams. It ends with a Matt Gay 55-yard field goal. The drive took 6 minutes and 34 seconds. Akers carried it 5 times for 37. And Mayfield 3 of 3 for 19 on that drive. So here we go with Russell Wilson and company starting at their 25 and trailing midway through this first quarter by a score of 3-0. Wilson's going to throw. Deep ball near left sideline, and it's incomplete. Going after Cortland Sutton. Good play in the secondary. Good defense. It'll be second down and 10. The veteran Jalen Ramsey on the coverage. And Ryan, for the first time in 11 years now, he spent 10 going against Bobby Wagner, the Rams middle linebacker, in practice in Seattle. What's that like for Russell Wilson today?
Well, I don't know if there's a better two guys that know each other as well as they do. So, I mean, there's probably similarities to what they're hearing out on the football field, but you've got to focus on what he has to do offensively. And Bobby Wagner's is going to run with his hair on fire trying to make tackles.
Pitch to Latavius Murray, who gets the handoff on 2nd down and 10, and he squeezes just a yard out of that for 1 to the 26. It'll be 3rd and 9. Hoyt on the stop. Murray, a great game last week in their win over the Cardinals, 24 carries and 130 yards. And of course, Ryan mentioned in the pregame comments that they get Chase Edmonds back from injury. The running back obtained from Miami in that Chubb deal. But now the Broncos faced with a 3rd down and 9 from their 26. Deep drop. Wilson's got time. Far sideline toss, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Durant. Coming back the other way, and finally out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. That was a great interception. It was not a great throw, but he had to tip it at first. And number 14 runs it back 14 yards on the return.
Bill, this whole drive got started with that first play. Everybody's talked about how Russell Wilson hasn't been accurate or the wide receivers haven't been on the same page. Cortland Sutton doesn't give him enough room to the sideline. That ball flies out of bounds. They run for no yards on 2nd down, and then he makes a poor choice when they only are running a 2-man route, crossing the field with a ton of Los Angeles Rams in the vicinity, goes up and makes a great interception, and now the Rams get that turnover we talked about that keeps this team in it. The offense now has to execute situationally when they get a big play, big turnover like this.
7:35 to go, first quarter. 3-0 Rams are trying to take advantage of getting the ball at the Denver 34-yard line. Moving left to right, Mayfield under center, Akers the running back. Barking out his call, play clock dwindling down, and it's a handoff to Akers. Slants right, trying to fight off some tacklers and not going anywhere. Got 3 to the 31, where it'll be 2nd down and 7. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC tonight when the Tampa Bay Bucks meet the Arizona Cardinals. Of course, you can also hear Sunday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 Eastern on many of these same stations, on the NFL app, or online at WestwoodOneSports.com. Buccaneers holding on to their lead at the moment in the NFC South. Carolina, they play them next week. Big game. Play action fake by Mayfield. Goes near side right, throws downfield. Higbee's got it, and he's out of bounds. Excuse me, that's Hopkins, 88. The other tight end knocked out of bounds by Simmons, and they're inside the red zone big time. A pickup of 23 yards down to the 9-yard line, 1st down and goal.
You know, anytime you are booting out, you flood the zone usually into one area, so the windows are really tight. Baker Mayfield does a great job of just setting up and putting the ball on the money just past the outrush arm of Patrick Surtain, the cornerback, to pick up the 1st down and set him up inside the 10-yard line.
6.5 to go, first quarter. Rams leading 3-0 and looking for more. From the 9, Mayfield, quick out. This time it's Higbee trying to fight for that near right pylon. Did he get it? He did. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee, a 9-yarder, a quick out from Baker Mayfield, and the Rams make the Broncos pay for that turnover, and it's 9-0.
Now quickly can get flipped on its ear, especially when you go from a franchise like the Panthers to the Rams, and now you have an offensive scheme that's going to put you in the best possible position. Tyler Higbee just gets out-leverages the Broncos defense, and the ball is perfectly thrown to his outside arm, and he finds the end zone right away to turn turnovers into points.
Matt Gay with the extra point try, and this is good. Well, a great start for the home team on Christmas Day. Timeout on the field with 6:19 to go in the first quarter. Rams 10, Broncos nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets, from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
As the stock market slumps and instability this year got you concerned, would you like a way that could protect your retirement when the markets are down? Gold Alliance would like to give you 2 free reports, the Inflation Survival Plan and the Stock Market Correction Plan. Both give actionable insights you can use now that could protect your savings in uncertain times. Absolutely free. Don't wait. Call 800-200-2079. 800-200-2079. 800-200-2079.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
This season, for the first time, you can hear every Westwood One NFL broadcast streamed live for free. Catch all the action on the NFL app on WestwoodOneSports.com via Westwood One station streams or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. All sponsored by AutoZone. Why is AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf, SoFi Stadium. Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy holidays. And so far, so good for the Rams. They lead 10-0 over the Broncos. 6:19 to go in quarter number 1. The last scoring drive, just 3 plays, 34 yards after the defensive interception by L.A. Gave Mayfield and company a short field. He hits Tyler Higbee with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Extra point good. The drive took 116. And, Ryan, that's the way to make a team pay. Don't get a field goal when you start at their own 34-yard line. They got the 7 they wanted.
Yeah, they definitely did. It couldn't have been a worse start for the Denver Broncos to go 3 and out, turn it over, essentially, and then allow a touchdown to be down 10-0 before the first quarter's not even close to being over.
Kickoff through the end zone, so Denver will start at their 25. The NFL's Inspire Change initiative focuses on reducing barriers to opportunity and creating progress in education, economic advancement, community, and public relations, and criminal justice reform. To learn more, visit NFL.com/InspireChange. Russell Wilson threw an interception on his second pass of the game. And the Broncos break the huddle, moving right to left at their 25-yard line. Again, the running back, Latavius Murray. Wides each side and tight ends each side. And I pitch back to Latavius Murray, and he powers his way over his center up near the, give him 4 to the 29-yard line. Greg Gaines in on the stop. No Aaron Donald, so Laurel Murchison starts at defensive tackle. Copeland is also a scratch today, but you got the key linebackers for the Rams. We mentioned Bobby Wagner, but Leonard Floyd is also having a strong season. In fact, he's had 3 games with at least 2 sacks. From the 29, it's second down and 6 Denver. And a pitch. And cutting back against the grain and not getting much is Murray. And a late flag comes in. He'd already been tackled, and all of a sudden there was the flag. Ernest Brown, Greg Gaines combined on the stop.
Holding. Offense number 61. 10-yard penalty. This is second down.
And that's on Graham Glasgow, the center for Denver. And Ryan, once again, if you want to drop, don't start a game this way. It's what the Broncos are doing right now.
I mean, in being Russell's first game back after 2 games missing, you would hope for a more energetic start to the game for the Broncos. Instead, they're behind the sticks again. Now the Rams have a real opportunity to kind of start salting this game way early in this matchup.
Second and 16 from their own 19 for Denver. 5:20 to go, first quarter. Wilson back to throw, throws over the middle. That's intercepted. Here comes Bobby Wagner at the 15 and down around the 11-yard line. Did Wagner see something that gave him the clue to what Russell Wilson was going to do? Bobby Wagner with the interception and a 13-yard return.
Well, he didn't ask him to do much there. He just read the eyes of Russell Wilson and just followed him until he got to his tight end and steps right in front of the wide receiver. It's not an overcomplicated play here. Bobby Wagner didn't have to go out and do something incredibly talented defensively there to go get the ball. Russell Wilson just didn't really see him out of the corner of his eye and put it in a place where only Bobby Wagner could catch it, and another turnover gets him inside the 10-yard line.
Spotted at the 11th, first down 10. Akers, the lone running setback. Mayfield under center. Takes the snap. Bootleg, far side left, throwing. It's hit the inside the 10. Cuts right at the 5, and down around the 2-yard line, maybe the 1. Higbee caught the touchdown pass moments ago, dropped by Williams in the secondary, and it's going to be second down 1 from the 2. And once again, they're going with tempo, lining up in a hurry. Akers, the running back. He's got the call. Up the middle he goes. 2-1 touchdown. 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns by the Rams, taking advantage of Denver mistakes. And with 4:45 to go in the first quarter, it is 16-0 Los Angeles.
Just a wonderful job by this offensive line who's been just so makeshift all year long. Once again, we're talking about some changes, right? Coleman Shelton to center. Ode Obushi comes in at guard, and both of those guys were instrumental on that running play for the touchdown. Opened up the hole for Cam Akers as he broke it down and got in for a touchdown.
Matt Gay's extra point is good. Well, right now the Broncos think the Rams are the Grinch. Not good. Timeout on the field, 4:45 to go, quarter number 1 at SoFi. Rams 17, Broncos nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Football is a game of inches, and while we've advanced the ball down the field, our efforts to achieve equality are still far from the goal. But we are in it for the long haul. For years, P&G has used this voice to shine a light on inequalities and bias, and through their Take On Race platform, actionable change is being made. P&G is dedicated to investing in the future of boys and men of color, supporting the success of black women entrepreneurs, funding efforts that will improve the child care industry in the U.S., and much more. So we invite you to join P&G and take action to ensure the home field advantage is everyone's advantage. Go to pg.com/takeonrace to learn more. That's pg.com/takeonrace and engage in a quest for a more equitable world for everyone.
Feeling great starts with a great shave, and a great shave starts with Barbasol Shaving Cream. That's Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American classic for over 100 years. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol.
Barbasol. So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. 1 device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See local Boost Mobile store for details.
Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth at SoFi Stadium. Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Bill Rosinski. Grainger helps keep your team moving forward at work with supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by one of over 250 Grainger branch locations. With the Rams leading the Broncos 17-0 in the first quarter. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
4 minutes, 45 seconds to go first quarter, and right now the story of this game, 2 awful Russell Wilson interceptions leading to 2 easy Rams scores. L.A. took the opening kickoff, got a field goal, and then back-to-back interceptions, and all of a sudden it's 17-0 that last drive. All they needed was 11 yards. They got it in 2 plays. Cam Akers scored on a 3-yard run, and the drive took all of 27 seconds. Rams will kick off from left to right. Washington's going to let it go again, and Denver will start at their 25. A reminder that you can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcer Jason McCourty every weekday on Good Morning Football from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern and Pacific only on NFL Network. All right, Ryan, if you're going into that hole and you've thrown 2 picks in a row, what are you doing here?
That's a good question because, I mean, you walk into that huddle, you got to look those guys in the eyes saying, hey, we have to be better. I cannot make these mistakes. And if he's doing that, I would go back to the running game and try to establish that. Something we talked about, because they cannot afford to go 3 and out here.
And they are going to run it off right tackle, not much for Jonah Williams in on the stop.
I think it would be different, too, Bill, if they were some kind of crazy athletic play on the defensive side. Both the interceptions were poor throws, poor decisions, and not with really any nuance to see the defender in the area that ultimately made the interception. So, if he's not seeing the field well after a concussion 2 weeks out, you really got to take a look at what he does on this next drive to see if he's capable of putting his team in a chance to win football games.
Murray carried on that first down play for 3. Second now and 7, Denver. They're 28. Wilson looks left, nobody there. Steps up into the pocket, fires down the middle of the field, and a diving catch by Cortland Sutton. And that'll be a completion for 19 yards, and that'll give the offense a little boost, and the defense for Denver a sigh of relief. First down at the 48.
I thought he questioned himself just a second before he let this ball go, and he steps around the defender. And then Cortland Sutton does a good job of finding the hole, and he puts it right behind Taylor Rapp down the middle of the field to pick up the big first down.
At their own 48, Denver moves right to left. 3.5 to go, first quarter, 17-0 Rams. Murray, the running back. Wilson, short drop, looks left, nobody there, has to scramble far side right. Down he goes with a sack. Well done. As Wilson got sacked on the play, and that was Murchison, number 52, who came up with the play, filling in for Aaron Donald. That's a loss of 9.
A 3-step drop, Bill. Okay, so when you go to that third step, you have to let the ball go. The offensive line is not built here to defend that long. You cannot move outside the pocket. Murchison right there drags him down, and once again, big behind the sticks, second down.
And Chase Edmonds now running back for Denver. But it is second down and 19, Broncos from their 39. Wilson throws far right flat. Jerry Jeudy, nice cut inside to the 50. Cuts left to the 45. Dragged down from behind. What a run after the catch by Jerry Jeudy. Bobby Wagner brought him down for the pickup of 23 yards for Denver.
Anytime you get the ball in the hands of skill position players like Jerry Jeudy, this type of thing can happen. He just reads the defender and goes and uses one of his tight ends on the interior part to block for him, which sets it almost like a jailbreak on a punt return to get the first down.
I thought it might have been a horse collar tackle, but Wagner is so strong he brought him down with his right arm around his waist. Hand off on first down, and this is Edmonds. And we got a penalty flag on the play.
Holding. Offense number 61. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And that's Glasgow. That's his second holding call of this first quarter.
I mean, they can't constantly keep figuring out ways to get first downs on second and forever. You put behind the sticks enough times, you're not going to have the success. You cannot continue to make these holding penalties and then put all the emphasis on Russell Wilson. Jerry Jeudy, you talked about him coming off the field there with the injury. Looks like he kind of got rolled up on as he went to the ground with Bobby Wagner bringing him to the turf.
That was an impressive tackle, even though it was a big game. And now Denver's called a timeout. Play clock was down to 10. So we will pause with 1:49 to go in the first quarter. Rams 17, Denver nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
This is it, the putt to win the tournament. If you sink it, the championship is yours. But on your backswing, your hat falls over your eyes. Is this how you're running your business? Poor visibility because you're relying on spreadsheets and outdated finance software? To see the full picture, you need to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system to power your growth. With visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your processes and close your books in no time while staying well ahead of your competition. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 32,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite is a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/touchdown. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/touchdown.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more family fun. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you'll get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss out. Visit InflationBuster.com to get started today. That's InflationBuster.com. Offer ends soon.
Reviews cover rate like date requirements and other terms and conditions. Visit InflationBuster.com or call 1-833-7-ROCKET. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
Later on, we'll select the player of the game, sponsored by Wendy's with a peppermint frosty. Time to enjoy yourself. This holiday is built in. They're so rich and creamy. They're basically made for relaxing. So when it's frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf, the rest of our Westwood One crew on this Christmas Day in Los Angeles. Temperature 82. Sorry about that, for those of you in the deep freeze of the rest of the country. And Russell Wilson probably not on Ryan's top list for player of the game. Not yet. He's going to have to earn that respect after throwing. He's 2 of 5 for 43, and he's had 2 interceptions. Here's a pitch, trying to turn the left side on second down and 20. Excuse me, that was a 1st and 20 call from the 48. Murray, that was Edmonds going nowhere. And it'll be second down and long. If you're just joining us, Rams opening possession, drove downfield, and then got a little sloppy, settled for a field goal, and then the Broncos really got sloppy. Russell Wilson with 2 bad interceptions, setting up 2 short field touchdowns for the Rams. And now with 1:20 to go here in quarter number 1, the Rams lead by a score of 17-0. Second and 22, and Wilson back to throw. Near sideline, nice catch by Cortland Sutton, diving. And did he get both feet inbounds? They're saying no, incomplete.
Yeah, I thought when he extended. I think they may take another look at this one here. When he goes to extend, his left foot, his toe just drags before his knee actually hits the white out of bounds.
I think it's a catch. Depends when they really had the other foot down. Does he have control of the ball when that first foot hits? The Broncos don't seem to be mounting any type of challenge here.
Well, Nathaniel Hackett's standing right next to the official, waiting for his coaching staff up there on top to let him know. You got to throw the challenge flag here.
Yeah,
there you go.
Do too. There we go. There you go. So it seems he has possession. The right foot is down. He toe drags the left as they go out of bounds.
The ball does not move when he hits the ground. So
Denver has challenged the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass.
This is one of those times, Bill, where you could that expedited review.
It is a completed pass.
There we go. There you go. Expedited
Denver
review.
will not be charged with a timeout.
Well, that close shave instant replay review sponsored by Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. A fresh take on the original. This new non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients and exceptional glide. Learn more at Barbasol.com. That might have been the quickest replay review in the history of the National Football League.
We've been noticing it a little bit more often, where they have this expedited review process where New York simply gets in the ear of the official on the field when they see something that is just clear and present right there and make the decision, so we don't have the delay that we're normally talking about.
All right, so the ball is at the 38, officially a gain of 13 yards on that pass play. And again, Cortland Sutton with a wonderful reception, stretching out and being able to get 1 foot down and then drag the left. So now third down coming up for Denver. 10 yards to go. They are at the Ram 38. Marlon Mack's first appearance in the game. To the right of Russell Wilson, who works out of the shotgun. Wilson walks up to the line of scrimmage. And now back into the gun. Play clock to 10. There's the snap. Four-man rush. Wilson can't find anybody. Scrambling far side right. Now fires upfield. That ball is caught by Jerry Jeudy and out of bounds. Not even close to the first down. That's just pick up a 2 to the 36. And maybe we'll see Brandon McManus with a field goal try here. It'll be a long one.
The thing I more question there, Bill, is why is their best wide receiver in Jerry Jeudy only running a 4-yard route when they need a first down? It's the scheme. It's the game planning. When you got your best player out there, make sure he's getting to the sticks or giving you a shot for a first down. That's just incredibly questionable play calling.
McManus from 54, kicking right to left. This is airborne. Got a lot of leg on it. Yes, sir. Right down the pipe. So something to smile about for the Broncos as they put 3 points on the board. And we've got 39 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And our score with the timeout on the field, Rams 17, Broncos 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
The players voted on who they think are the top 100 players in the NFL.
He's an animal. He's a freaking major.
And now we're counting them down.
Alive to Gronkowski. What a catch. You kidding me?
Who has earned their peers' ultimate respect? He has no fear.
He's a walking Hall of Famer. He's definitely one of the greatest players in the NFL and probably in NFL history. Goes over the top. Touchdown. He gonna talk, but he walked the walk. I wanted to beat him really bad.
The top 100 players of 2018. Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern on NFL Network. And listen on TuneIn.
Every Westwood One football broadcast this season is now available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports, and you'll be taken straight to the action. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Scoring drive for Denver, 8 plays, 39 yards. McManus ends it with a 54-yard field goal. Russell Wilson on that drive, 4 of 4 for 57 yards. Drive took 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Kickoff from right to left goes into the end zone. LA will take over at their 25-yard line. So, Ryan, if you're going back to that sideline now and you're the Bronco offense, at least some momentum to try to claw back in this game. We're just into the final 39 seconds of the first quarter.
Well, even if anything they needed to have some sort of sustained drive, Bill, right, where they kept the defense off the field because you're asking so much of this defense with those 2 quick turnovers when they've been their best performing part of this Broncos team this year. So that was a huge factor. The fact that they got points at the end of it, even a bigger factor for Denver trying to claw their way back into this game.
Akers, the lone setback. Mayfield under center. Powell in motion left. They'll hand it off to Akers trying to go between left guard, left tackle, and there's nothing happening there. He is stopped for no gain on the play. And that could be the last play of the quarter if they want it to be. Deshaun Williams on the stop. He's been another good story for this Denver defense this year. 4th-year pro out of Clemson. Did not have a sack in his first 11 games. He's had 4.5 in the last 3. Here's a kid, 4th year. He's been cut 12 times in this league. But now starting it right in. Mayfield trying to draw him offside here, I think. Play clock to 9. And the Broncos are not going to bite here, and that will wind things up. That's the end of the first quarter at SoFi. And our score, the Rams 17, Broncos 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? If your check engine light is on, it may be affecting your MPGs. But the free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help. With the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes, you'll know what's affecting your gas mileage and more. And you don't have to drive too far to find the fix. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service is available at all 6,200 stores.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Welcome back to SoFi Stadium. Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Bill Rosinski. Our score after 15 minutes of play, the Rams 17, the Broncos 3. The start of the second quarter sponsored by Geico. Whether you run or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work. Get a quote at geico.com. Easy. Well, earlier today, Ryan, Green Bay went on the road down in Miami. Now, it was a little chilly there. It was in the 40s, but they came up with a 26-20 win. And all of a sudden, here's a Packer team with Minnesota coming to Lambeau next week in a huge game.
Well, and it's not necessarily going to be incredibly meaningful to Minnesota. They're still looking for the number one overall seed, but they have the North Division won. And now it's about possibly ruining the Packers' season with a win on the road at Lambeau, which would, I think, cement this team in Kevin O'Connell's first year in a pretty good position. As for the Packers, 3 consecutive wins. The defense, for me, is what's been so much better for this football team. They went out and shut out and turned over Tua Tagovailoa in this second half of this football game. Wow, it was a really impressive win for the Green Bay Packers on the road today.
All right, 2nd and 10 for the Rams as we start the second quarter. And a quick out. Mayfield gets it to Tutu Atwell. And on the receiving end, tackled by Mathis. Shy of the first down. They got it up to the 32-yard line and a gain of 7. Before that play, through one quarter, the Rams had 16 total plays for 102 yards. The Broncos 12 plays for 54. And Mayfield back to throw on third down, swings it out in the left flat and upfield at the 35 acres. Spins, has the first down. He's got more. 4 Broncos trying to tackle him, and he still won't go down as the officials finally blow the play dead right near midfield. Jewell and Gregory on the stop, but how about that run after the catch by Cam Akers? Good for 17 yards.
You know, Bill, remember when I talked about how simplifying this offense when Baker Mayfield came in?
He's going to throw here as they again go with tempo out in the left flat. There's Akers again, one-on-one, trying to cut inside and breaks the tackle at the 45 and along the near left sideline. Cam Akers with another first down. Simmons finally forced him out and pick up a 12 down to the 38-yard line.
That's as simple as you get. You get man-to-man coverage. You get a one-on-one out on the perimeter, and Cam Akers is just a better athlete. Puts his foot in the ground, makes the guy miss for the second consecutive play. Picks up another first down. You simplify this offense. You allow a quarterback that has been throwing the football since he's been 4 years old to sit in a pocket that's protected, go through his reads, and find the open guy.
Mayfield 9 of 9, 96 yards. First and 10 at the 38, moving right to left. Little delay up the middle to the 35. That's a strong run. A couple yards on the play, so that's Williams, the rookie out of Notre Dame. 27 carries this year, 115 yards. And getting a little look here to give Akers a breather.
Kyron Williams, for me, where he really jumped on my radar was the game at Notre Dame a couple years ago against Clemson, when Clemson brought everything. Brent Venables, defensive coordinator, brought everything in the kitchen sink, and Kyron Williams protected the quarterback in blitz pickup. And I knew he made some money that day in college, and sure enough, he's doing a great job of protecting Baker Mayfield's blind side here for the Rams.
2nd and 5 at the 33, and it's a delay, and it's Williams trying to dance through a hole. He finds one inside the 30. That's going to be another first down. They're going to stop the play at the 26-yard line. So he picks up 5 on first down, gets 7 more on second. Simmons on the stop. So this drive for the Rams, which started with 39 seconds to go in the first quarter, at their own 25. They're at the 26 at Denver, first down at 10.
Yeah, it's rare when you get big tackles like Rob Havenstein out there pulling. He does exactly that. Kicks out the left end, which opens the hole for Kyron Williams to explode through, and then he just never stops turning his legs, picks up the first down.
He remains the running back. Tight ends on the right side. Mayfield back to throw, trying to set up a screen. They get it to Williams. Cuts inside, breaks one tackle, and pulls his way forward inside the 25, down to about the 23-yard line. Those were 3 tough yards, as Alex Singleton will get credit for another tackle tonight. Singleton leads the Broncos in tackles. He signed a 1-year deal to join Denver. Previous 2 seasons with the Eagles, he was back in 2021 and the season before 20, their leading tackler. Once again, racking them up this season.
Montana State graduate, I may add.
All right. Got to get that little plug. Wonder what the temperature there is.
It's minus.
2nd and 7, Rams. Mayfield looks right, nobody open. Now throws over the middle to Higbee, the tight end, inside the 15, inside the 10, and fought through 2 Denver tacklers down to the 9-yard line. Well, I'll tell you what, that's a gain of 14. They are making this look easy. I know they've had a couple of short fields, but even their opening drive and now this one, Ryan, they are shredding this Bronco defense.
Well, they're protecting the quarterback, and then watching Cam Akers at the running back position step up and make a block, because if he doesn't, number 47, Josie Jewell, gets to the quarterback. Instead, Baker Mayfield has times to set up in the pocket and find his main target since becoming an ALA Ram, Tyler Higbee.
First down and goal at the 9. Rams leading 17-3. 10.5 to go first half. Hand off to Akers back in. Tripped up and dropped. Boy, he was trying to cut back right, and there's Singleton again with the tackle. If Singleton doesn't upend him, that's going to be a touchdown. So it'll be 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line, a gain of 2.
The way they've been running the football and the way they've been utilizing getting Baker Mayfield out on the perimeter, it wouldn't surprise me at all here on 2nd down if they run a little play action, get him on the perimeter, maybe give him a 2-way go, get a shot at the end zone to throw it, or maybe use his feet to get in the end zone himself.
He's going to have 3 receivers far side right, tight end out left, and now they bring back Powell to join Mayfield in the backfield. Works out of the gun, 2nd and goal from the 7. Back to throw, fires in the end zone. The crossbar, I don't know if he was trying to throw that away. He had maybe Van Jefferson cutting across the middle, but that had no chance of being caught by anybody. It's going to be 3rd down. That's his first incomplete pass of the game. Mayfield now 11 of 12 for 112 yards.
Surprised me a little bit they went to a straight drop back there. That's really one of the first times they've done it in this game. They've been really good at the play action, utilizing his legs. That time they go straight drop back. Him and Van Jefferson have a miscommunication on the back end line. Jefferson breaks back out to the outside. Mayfield throws it to the upright.
3rd goal from the 7 for the Rams. Denver defense needs to come up big here. They're down 17-3. Blitz is coming. Mayfield hit. He finds Higbee in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Mayfield took a shot from Alex Singleton and delivered a strike. Higbee's 2nd touchdown catch of the game. And the Rams are up 23-3. Flag on the play.
Yeah, Randy Gregory ain't having any of it anymore. He just threw his helmet about as far as he's thrown anybody on the offensive line in this game.
The result of the play was a touchdown. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct by the defense, number 5. Los Angeles was elected to enforce that 15-yard kick penalty on the ensuing kickoff.
So Gregory frustrated. He had a bit of a knee issue coming into this game. He's missed 9 games already this season, coming off of IR. And as I mentioned, this has been a clinic against one of the best defenses in the National Football League. Extra point is on the way. It is up and it is inside the left upright and good by Matt Gay. 9:42 to go in the first half on this Christmas day in L.A. Rams 24, Broncos 3. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Looking for an irresistibly soft toilet paper? Charmin has got you covered. Charmin Ultra Soft Mega Roll is the same great softness you love. More convenient, more value, and all in their long-lasting roll, so you can change the roll even less often. It's their softest toilet paper ever, so it's harder than ever to resist, and it's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading bargain brand. When you're out grocery shopping this week, make sure you pick up Charmin Ultra Soft Mega Roll, available at 99 Ranch Market in Edison, New Jersey, or at Grand Union in Rome, New York. Charmin Ultra Soft Mega Roll. Enjoy the go.
Hi, I'm your unused PTO, It's almost the end of the year, and if you don't put me on a timesheet, I will be gone forever. Use me or lose me. Let's get away.
It's getaway time. Get our best deals of the season on a new Hyundai. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Hurry to your local Hyundai dealer now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends 1/3/23. Call 1-562-314-4603 for complete offer details.
Here's football legend Howie Long for Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear.
The world has gone hands-free, using the phone, turning on your lights, heck, even driving. However, if you want to put on a pair of sneakers, you still need to bend down and help your feet in. Until now. Introducing Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear. Let me tell you, these things are amazing. You don't need to lace up, and they're even better than your standard slip-on sneakers. This is next-level slip-in technology, where you don't need to reach down and help your heel in. You just step in, and off you go. It's that easy. So what's the secret? There's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide into place, and also keeps your feet secure in heavenly comfort, which means they stay on just like a pair of laced-up sneakers. And you can even slip into them while you're sitting down. Make your life easier and go hands-free with Skechers' new hands-free slip-in footwear. You'll never have to struggle putting on your shoes again.
Get hands-free slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Buying or selling a home, Rocket can help you save with custom solutions. Reach out today, NMLS 3030. 11 plays, 75 yards for the Rams. Baker Mayfield ends it with a 7-yard frozen rope to Tyler Higbee in the middle of the end zone. That was 3rd and goal from the 7. 11 plays, 75 yards in 5 minutes, 57 seconds. Extra point good. Mayfield 6 of 7 on that drive for 69 yards. And for the game, 12 of 13 for 119 yards. It is 24-3. Rams over the Broncos. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf, and after the penalty, a little pooch kick. And that is fielded by Montrell Washington upfield at the 20, 25, kicks it outside left to the 30, and finally out of bounds. Well, that didn't work out very well. Remember, there was the unsportsmanlike call, Ryan, on the defense, Randy Gregory, and Rams tried a little pooch punt. That didn't work.
It was a drop kick. It was an old-fashioned drop kick by the punter, and it was inventive, yes, because then you get the ball at the 1-yard line, but you have to defend, and they didn't get the defense done a part of it. And now Denver has a reasonable starting position for this next drive, which, again, is imperative that they put together a long drive, allow their defense some rest, and get points at the end of it.
Wilson under center. Broncos all in white at the 34. Murray the handoff. He's got some room outside left at the 40, and he's going to get a first down, hit down to his knees. That was Jalen Ramsey on the stop. Well, that'll be a first down. Tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFL next Sunday on Fox. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on Fox. Gain of 10 for Latavius Murray. So Denver at the 44. Moving left to right. 9 minutes, 7 seconds to go first half. Murray again goes between his tight end on the left side and the left tackle and forces his way upfield. Jonah Williams finally dragged him down. And they'll spot this after a 4-yard gain at the 48-yard line. And this is what they have to do, right? You talked about get a good drive going, get the running game going, set up some maybe deep pass plays here.
Well, I mean, for them to get down the field, to use the speed of Jerry Jeudy, they have to be able to run the football because they've got to use play action to get them there.
Jeudy out near side right, hand off again to Murray, got a hole up the middle. Murray pulling his way forward. He's got himself another first down as he crosses the 50, so they're in the Ram territory at the 45-yard line. Bobby Wagner in on the stop. Wagner, the former Seahawk, came in with 118 tackles. That's 11 consecutive seasons where he's had 100 tackles or more. 8-7 there, first down and 10. Wilson pumps right back to throw with the middle. The ball got tipped, floated into the secondary. Fortunately for him and the Broncos, it fell incomplete.
The helpless feeling of a tipped ball as the quarterback as you watch it just flutter into it like an abyss of defensive players. At least falls harmlessly to the ground for Russell Wilson now. And would have loved to see them run the football there on first down again. They've been so successful. Stop going away from what's made you successful on the 2 drives here when you ran the football.
Chase Edmonds in at running back now. 2nd and 10 Denver at the LA 45. They move left to right. Rams leading 24-3. Wilson's got it, back to throw, looking left. Now he spins far side left, being chased down, throws upfield incomplete. Jalen Ramsey was coming on a corner blitz. Wilson saw him, spun away, but Ramsey able to kind of chase him down as he let that go well short of the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down and 10.
Good pickup. Great job by Edmonds here. He gets over, picks up Jalen Ramsey on the blitz. And when Russell Wilson feels the pocket collapsing, he gets to the outside, but just doesn't get far enough away from Jalen Ramsey, so he gets a part of his arm, ball falls incomplete, sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 10, Denver at the Ram 45, moving left to right. 3 receivers near side right. Wilson's got it in his hands, and he's in trouble. He's going down, back at the 45-yard line. Laurel Murchison, 2nd sack of the game, a loss of 10, and Denver will punt it away.
I mean, Murchison filling in for Aaron Donald once again, is just relentless through the line of scrimmage, doesn't give up at all, almost splits a double team, and then gets to Russell Wilson before he can set up and allow his wide receivers to finish their route tree at the end. And now Rams going to get the ball back. There's a lot of time left in this half.
Corliss Waitman will punt from left to right, averaging 46.1 a kick. First punt of the game from left to right, high end over end. Brandon Powell, fair catch, and he hauls that in around the 10-yard line. So when we come back, it'll be Ram ball, 44-yard punt, time out on the field, 7:12 to go in the half. Rams 24, Broncos 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Fellas, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Introducing the Gillette Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer, a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Show your pubic region some respect with Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this message from Sarah.
Hi, Jake from State Farm. I eat hard-boiled eggs, like shell and all. The crunch is exquisite.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
The 2023 NFL playoffs are almost here. Witness the most exciting part of the season live in person. 14 teams, 12 games, 3 weeks. Don't miss your chance to be part of your team's journey to Super Bowl 57.
Oh my goodness!
Tickets to all playoff games are available now. Take your seat. Visit NFL.com/tickets to purchase your tickets today.
Feeling great starts with a great shave, and a great shave starts with Barbasol Shaving Cream. That's Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American classic for over 100 years. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol.
Barbasol. Time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Now tonight, Tampa Bay at Arizona. Tomorrow night, the Chargers are at Indianapolis. Thursday night, Dallas at Tennessee. Next Sunday night, hot off the presses, it has now been moved to Sunday night, Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Did you know Hulu Plus Live TV has over 75 live channels with sports like NFL games? It also now comes with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately. Learn more at Hulu.com. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf, and the rest of our Westwood One crew. And Merry Christmas to all of you listening. The Rams in total control here with 7:12 to go first half. They lead the Broncos 24-3. Now they will start from right to left at their own 10. Baker Mayfield 12-13 to start the game. He's under center. Takes the snap, hands off to Akers, trying to force his way outside right, trying to turn the corner. Too many white jerseys there. Makes his way up to about the 15-yard line. That's a good push for 5 yards. Boy, it looked like they had him stretched out, Ryan, at the line of scrimmage. And he comes up with 5 yards.
He does. He continues to keep his legs churning. And to your point, before you know it, it's a 6-yard pickup, and this team is sitting in a very manageable position where they can run any play that Sean McVay wants to call in his offense, whether they want to run it,
Play action fake by Mayfield. He is going to be forced out of the pocket, just going to throw it away. No chance to complete that. Nick Benito on the pressure. So they'll make it 3rd down and 5. Akers on that last carry. That gives him 10 for 50. The Rams with 62 yards rushing. Substitutions now for L.A. on 3rd down and 5 yards to go for a first. For just joining us, this game really turned around in the first quarter. 2 bad Russell Wilson interceptions created 2 fairly easy Ram touchdowns. And now it is 24-3 L.A. Rams are 3 of 4 on 3rd down conversions. Brown, the running back, off to the right of Mayfield, who works out of the shotgun. 4-man rush. Mayfield down the middle, and it's caught. And it's Hopkins down the middle of the tight end. He's got a first down up across the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 16 yards. K'Wan Williams on the tackle.
Yeah, the young tight end, son of Brad Hopkins, of course, the All-American offensive lineman out of Illinois, and played for the Houston Oilers forever. Really made his appearance in the Super Bowl a year ago. Just a great route where he's able to get some separation, and Baker Mayfield feels nobody at his feet, feels very comfortable stepping up in the pocket, and he's as accurate as you can get today in this offense. It's been really fun to see from a quarterback perspective.
Now the 2 tight ends with 7 receptions. Higbee with 5 of those, 2 touchdowns. End around, room to run. Trying to turn the corner and out of bounds. Well, they got it into the arms of the wide receiver Powell coming in motion and forced out of bounds. 34-yard line, so pick up of 3. And that time the Bronco defense stayed home.
They may have 2 of the shortest wide receivers in all of football, and Tutu Atwell and Brandon Powell, both listed at 5'9" and 5'8", and they got to have some lifts in their feet for those. I mean, they're tiny. They're tiny dudes out there running around, kind of hiding behind people, but they're fast. They are sure fast, that's for sure.
I want to talk to you about heights, because I got a grandson who's being recruited by some major college. Oh, we got a whistle here. And a timeout called by the Rams. I don't know what was going on there, but they have blown the whistle. And the Rams are on top here by a score of 24-3. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf here in the Grainger broadcast booth at SoFi Stadium. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, backed by 24/7 support and access to product experts. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. When I get to the sizes, my grandson's going to be a senior in high school next year. He's gone to a lot of games where he's been invited by Clemson, Notre Dame. And my son told me that's where they weigh them. They don't believe anything high schools send out on sizes, weight, height. It's all exaggerated. When they show up at these games, they put them on the scale and they measure it.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I think the NFL has the combine, right? They don't believe anything that's out there on social media. What your agent's saying, anything. We want to see the real deal in the flesh. Give us your particulars, son. Let's go.
All right, so 2nd down, quick out. Got the little bubble screen here going up across the 40. This is Powell again, and the speedster has himself a first down. That's a pickup on the play from the 34 up to the 40, what do they mark this, 42-yard line. He's got 8. First down and 10. Drive continues for the Rams, moving right to left. Baker Mayfield again with tempo. Pump fakes, nobody open. Scrambling in the pocket. Floats it over the middle, and a diving catch. Powell again. And Mayfield kept that play alive. The Broncos got good heat early. Singleton on the stop.
Good point. He does keep it alive, but you got to give a ton of credit to the offensive line. They keep everybody in front of them, and then Baker's able to go through every single part of his progression until he gets to his 5th wide receiver, and he puts it on the money.
Mayfield again, back to throw. Again, the heat's coming, and he delivers a strike to Van Jefferson right at midfield, and actually the forward progress. We'll mark him at the 48. Cooper and Singleton on the stop. So another good Rams drive going here. Started at their own 10-yard line. We're coming down to 4 minutes to go in the first half, and L.A. dominating the Broncos. It's 24-3. And this is a gain of 9 there, so 2nd down, about a yard to go. A little less than that for a first down, and now they'll make a substitution.
You know, Cam Akers has been so impressive, not only running the football today, but this is the 2nd time in consecutive plays where he's picked up a defender who was blitzing on the complete opposite from where he started his blocking assignment.
3rd down and inches. Pitch to Akers trying to turn the left corner. He's got to get the first down. Boy, nice extra effort Three Broncos all over him, and they could not bring him down. The forward push, plenty enough for the first down and more to the 45-yard line.
All right, so everybody who's listening out there, we're talking about Baker Mayfield on his third team in the same calendar year, and then you're talking about the other side of that coin where you sign a quarterback to $250 million. And if you were just watching what was going on today, listening to the performances of these quarterbacks, you immediately say the guy for the Los Angeles Rams is the franchise quarterback, the guy that's going to be here for years. He's been magical. Instead, like it's been all year long under Nathaniel Hackett, Russell Wilson has been much maligned.
And we got a flag on the snap.
Before the ball was snapped, Los Angeles called its second charge timeout of the half.
Voice of Ron Torbert, our referee this afternoon. So we will pause with 2:47 remaining in the first half. Rams 24, Broncos 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more family fun. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you'll get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss out. Visit InflationBuster.com to get started today. That's InflationBuster.com. Offer ends soon.
For fees, cover rate, life dates, requirements, and other terms and conditions, visit InflationBuster.com or call 1-833-7-ROCKET, equal housing lender license in all 50 states, and MLS Consumer Access.org, number 3030.
With a peppermint frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. You're welcome. They're so rich and creamy, a straw just won't cut it. And finishing one, it's not something you can speed through. So check your watch. Is it frosty time yet? And by that, we mean, is it time for a moment with just you and your frosty kicking back and doing whatever goes best with the chillest treat of the season? These peppermint frosty treats are going fast, so when it's time for frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Find the latest and greatest audio entertainment on Audible. It's got everything you want to hear, including The Rich Eisen Show. Along with podcasts, you'll also find audiobooks and exclusive originals. We're talking comedy, sports stories, deep dives with athletes and entertainers, business, and anything else you're into. With Audible, you get access to thousands of included titles with more added every week. Listen on the road, at the gym, or anywhere you want to fuel up your imagination. Join and get 30 days free at the home of storytelling, audible.com.
Reminder to stay tuned for the halftime report with John Stashower. John will recap game one of our tripleheader, Green Bay beating Miami 26-20. He'll preview game three between Tampa Bay and Arizona. That's coming up at the half. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf, and the rest of our Westwood One crew on this Christmas Day saying Merry Christmas. Howard Deneroff producing, Jane Kading, our statistician, Eric Miller, our spotter, Rick Cutler, our engineer, Ryan Dansell along for the ride as well. John Stashower back in the studio. Rams at their 44 of Denver, first and 10. Here's a screen out far right side. This is Higbee. Got blockers in front. Still going inside the 30. And Tyler Higbee having quite a half as he takes it inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Deshaun Williams finally made the stop. That's a pickup of 21 yards.
Bill, there's such an art form to making the catch and screen game, allowing your offensive linemen and your wide receivers to get up, navigating those blocks. I mean, there is a real art form to running backs, to tight ends who can do that. Tyler Higbee perfectly executed there to pick up that big first down.
Let's see if Mayfield tries to draw him offside. He can get it down to the 2-minute warning here. 4-second differential, play clock, and game clock. Oh, he got him to bite. He got him. That was Baron Browning.
Encroachment. Defense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah, that should be the 2-minute warning. It says 2 minutes on the clock. Ball will be pushed to the 18 after that penalty. I guess they're going to put 1 second back on the clock, so 2:01. Ryan, is that a situation where someone in that defensive huddle had to say, look at the clock and go, hey, look, he's going to try and get us to jump?
Well, I think the way they had to add a second to the clock, maybe he was looking at the clock, and he just thought he had a head start at it because he knew the whistle was going to be blown at 2 minutes for the 2-minute warning. I don't know, but you definitely can't make a mistake like that. The defense, of course, just following suit with the way the offense for the Denver Broncos started this football game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Buying or selling a home, Rocket can help you save with custom solutions. Reach out today. NMLS 3030. 2 to go in the half. Rams 24, Broncos 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Shopping is exhausting. I hit like 30 stores already. You?
I went to Verizon.
Oh, and?
And that's it.
Seriously?
Seriously. I got the new iPhone 14 Pro on Verizon, plus more Apple gifts like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro, also on Verizon.
A value of up to $1,900. Seriously?
Yeah. The iPhone 14 Pro is perfect for my teenager. Its new Pro camera system takes amazing pictures, even in low light. She's gonna love it.
So who gets the Apple gift?
Oh, the Apple gift? I'm keeping those for myself.
Kind of like a finder's fee?
More like a holiday miracle.
Seriously.
This holiday, get to your Verizon store for their best deal of the year. A service plan is required for gifts. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details. Up to $1,900 value based on iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, and Beats.
The players voted on who they think are the top 100 players in the NFL.
He's an animal. He's a freaking amazing.
And now we're counting them down.
Allow to Gronkowski. What a catch! You kidding me?
Who has earned their peers' ultimate respect? He has no fear.
He's a walking Hall of Famer. He's definitely one of the greatest players in the NFL, probably in NFL history.
Goes over the top. Touchdown!
He gonna talk, but he walked the walk. I wanted to beat him really bad.
The top 100 players of 2018. Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern on NFL Network. And listen on TuneIn. When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Welcome back to SoFi Stadium on this Christmas Day in Inglewood, California. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf, the rest of our Westwood One crew. 2 minutes to go in the first half. It's all Rams. They lead Denver 24-3, and the Rams have it first down and 5 at the Bronco 18-yard line. Baker Mayfield 17-19, 173 yards. Handoff to Akers, cut back left inside the 15 and stopped around the 14-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 4. Jonathan Cooper in on the stop. So third down coming up here, and they're going to let that clock run. Rams have used 2 of their 3 timeouts.
I don't know if you could have designed a better first half for a football team. What they have done defensively and clearly how they've executed around the situational aspect that we talked about. Third down, red zone, getting the ball in the end zone for touchdowns. It's been really impressive.
All right, second down and just a yard to go because it was first and 5. Play action, bootleg out near side left, trying to go to the end zone and tackled inside the 10, down around the 1-yard line. Singleton on the stop. Guess who? Tyler Higbee, his 8th catch of this first half, and he already has 2 touchdowns, and Denver's going to have to try to figure out how to cover a tight end.
They're probably going to have to figure out how to use a timeout here maybe, too, to try to preserve some sort of opportunity to get some points before half, because there's no letdown on the gas pedal here by the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, they have been full go. Sean McVay must have a little giddy up in his steps since Baker came on the scene, knowing he's going to be able to do some more things maybe offensively with the former number one overall pick.
So Higbee, 8 catches, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. That last reception sets up a first and goal at the 2-yard line. 1:10 to go in the half. Rams leading 24-3. Akers, the lone setback. Mayfield under center. Tight ends, 2 on the left side. Akers, the handoff up the middle. He goes. Wasn't touched. Nobody touched him. And he flips it over the crossbar, and an easy score for Cam Akers. His second rushing touchdown of the game. And the Rams lead 30-3 with 1:06 to go in the first half.
Just a clinic. A pulling tight end this time. Picks up Justin Simmons getting into the gap. And Cam Akers waltzes in for his second touchdown of the game. Sean McVay psyched for this offense in this big Christmas Day matchup where a lot of people gave him big of a chance to win this game.
Matt Gay's extra point is perfect. There's a break in the action with 1:06 to go in the first half. The Rams 31, the Broncos 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
The Russian war in Ukraine is robbing many children of a normal life and their chance to enjoy the festive season like everyone else. To help them, Shazam this song and donate to the Olena Zaleska Foundation. Scroll down, open YouTube video, and follow the link in the description.
Welcome to a late night edition of What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. We've got Sean on the line. What's up?
Hey, Jake, what if I'm too stressed about my coverage to sleep? Like, what if I don't have enough? Or what if I need to change it?
Oh, if you can't sleep, just give us a ring. We're available 24/7. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Oh, great. What if I just take a little nap?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
The 2023 NFL playoffs are almost here. Witness the most exciting part of the season live in person. 14 teams, 12 games, 3 weeks. Don't miss your chance to be part of your team's journey to Super Bowl 57.
Oh my goodness!
Tickets to all playoff games are available now. Take your seat. Visit NFL.com/tickets to purchase your tickets today.
It's never okay to drive stoned. You put yourself and others in danger. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI, paid for by NHTSA. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf here at SoFi Stadium. Rams 31, Broncos 3. The last scoring drive, 12 plays, 90 yards. Cam Akers ends it with a 2-yard run. Baker Mayfield 6 of 7 on the drive, 66 yards. They had 6 first down, 2 third down conversions, extra point good. The drive took 6 minutes, 6 seconds. And now the Rams will kick off from right to left with Montrell Washington back deep for Denver. Broncos will have 1:06 and 1 timeout to use. Kickoff from right to left goes through the end zone. Denver ball at the 25. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Brian, you look at the drive chart, it can tell you a lot about a football game. The Rams have had the ball 5 times, 1 field goal, and 4 touchdowns. Right now, and this against one of the best defenses in the league. Unbelievable. See what Russell Wilson can do here in the final 1:06. Back to throw on first down over the middle. He finds Dulcich's tight end coming across from right to left, takes it across the 35 and tackled at the 36-yard line. Troy Hill will get credit for the stop, a gain of 11.
That might be one of the brighter spots for this Denver team this season offensively. The young rookie Greg Dulcich out of UCLA.
Russell Wilson back to throw. Nobody open. Back at the 32. No chance. The walls came a-tumbling down, and that time it was old teammate from Seattle, Bobby Wagner, hit on the tackle, and now we've got a timeout called by Denver. And a loss of 4 there, back to the 32. And again, Ryan, I go back to this drive chart. Now, the first 2 touchdowns after their opening field goal that the Rams got were because of 2 defensive interceptions setting up short fields. But the last 2, 11 plays, 75 yards, 12 plays, 85 yards. They have just grinded this ball, running, throwing. Akers, Higbee, the tight end. It's been a clinic.
I think that's a great definition for it. It's been a clinic, and Sean McVay has just been the puppeteer so far.
2nd and 14 for Denver. Out of timeouts at their own 32-yard line. 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson has the ball and back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket right. He can run and will. To the 40, to the 45, and they finally bring him down. But I believe he's got a first down, yes, at the 47-yard line. Scramble for 15. They're going to go no huddle here. Lining up offensively at their 47, moving left to right. Out of timeouts. Wilson back to throw down the middle. Dulcich, that's a low throw, couldn't hold on. That does stop the clock with 16 seconds to go in the half. It's 2nd and 10.
It's a good decision on Russell's part there, but to your point, it was low and behind, and the young rookie tight end, Dulcich, could not bend down far enough to pick up the ball. It does stop the clock, to your point, and get themselves into a situation where they can possibly get into field goal range. It's going to be hard without having a timeout.
16 seconds to go in the half. Broncos move left to right at their 47. It's 2nd down and 10. 4-man rush. Wilson back in the pocket. Nobody open. Scrambles far side left. Now cocks that right arm. Throws upfield. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver, incomplete. And that'll make it 3rd down and 10 from the 47. Michael Hoyt in the area, and that stops the clock with 9 seconds to go in the half.
Russell Wilson's only 5 for 12 with those 2 interceptions, and it's been like this all year long, just pulling teeth to try to get some kind of execution, some consistency offensively. That last play, Jerry Jeudy looked like he was going to be wide open going to the sideline, and for some reason kind of stops running, and they're just not on the same page, and they haven't been.
3rd down and 10 at the 47. Denver moves left to right, 9 seconds to go in the half. Wilson's got it. It's just a 3-man rush all day. Now loops it down the middle of the field. Jeudy makes the catch, has to get out of bounds, and goes out with 1 second to go at the 31-yard line. He knew he had to get to the sideline. He did after a gain of 21, and now a chance for Brandon McManus to end this half of the field goal.
Oh, it's an incredibly impressive job by Jerry Jeudy when he catches the ball, of taking that little false step back towards the middle of the field, allowing the defender to run by him, and then he uses that great speed to explode to the sideline and get out of bounds to give McManus an opportunity.
And just inside 50, 49-yard field goal try to end the half. Into it with the right leg. It is up, and that is just fine. Down the middle and good. And that takes us to the locker room as time has expired. But Ryan, a dominating first half by the Rams. They win it by a score of, they lead it by a score of 31-6. And this was a nightmare, a Grinch-like performance by Denver here in the first half, and Sean McVay couldn't have asked for any more out of his team.
We've seen this happen a lot so far where teams have difficult halves. We saw it last week with Minnesota and Indianapolis. Let's see if the Broncos have anything left in them in this locker room to come out and put together a better offensive performance and a better defensive performance.
Comebacks this year in the NFL 44 times coming into this week's play. Teams have overcome 10-point deficits to win. Stay tuned. That's the end of the first half. Our score, Rams 31, Broncos 6. When we return, John Stashower rejoins us from our Progressive Insurance Studios with the halftime report. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers today. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
You love riding a motor?
Are you the parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the Parents' Choice Award-winning online learning program that's actually changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month. But you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Sponsored by...
With a Peppermint Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. You're welcome. They're so rich and creamy, a straw just won't cut it. And finishing one, it's not something you can speed through. So check your watch. Is it Frosty time yet? And by that, we mean, is it time for a moment with just you and your Frosty kicking back and doing whatever goes best with the chillest treat of the season? These Peppermint Frosty treats are going fast, so when it's time for Frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Here at our Westwood One Studios, halftime in L.A. Rams 31, Broncos 6. And yes, they are going to have to play the second half. Let's talk about a game earlier on Westwood One, much closer. Packers, Dolphins in Miami. Two teams going opposite ways. Jason Sanders, an early 46-yard field goal. Miami led 3-0 and then kicked off. The ensuing kickoff was returned by Keyshawn Nixon, 93 yards to the Miami 9. They got a Mason Crosby field goal to tie the game at 3. And then the Dolphins went on offense. They had 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Tua under center, stomps his foot, moves a man in motion, turns, play fake, left-handed quarterback throws over the middle, has a man caught. 25-30, right side numbers, 35-40, down the sideline, 50. One man to beat, cuts inside 40. He's got a block at the 30. That's a 20. It's Jalen Waddle all the way for a touchdown. Miami. It's 84 yards for Jalen Waddle. The catch and run. The explosive Dolphins offense is into the end zone with an unbelievable burst from Waddle.
Yeah, Waddle had the 67-yarder last week at Buffalo. This was their longest play of the season. He leads the NFL in yards per catch. Green Bay then took over and scored on a 4th and goal at the 1. And Aaron Rodgers TD passed to Mercedes Lewis. It was 10-10, 10 minutes in. Green Bay got stopped on a 4th down. Tua Tagovailoa threw 52 yards to Tyreek Hill to the 1-yard line. Jeff Wilson scored. It was 17-10. A Green Bay fake punt was stopped at their own 20-yard line, and they got another Sanders field goal and forced a 3 and out. Things were going well for the Dolphins. They were up 20-10, and then things started to turn with a Raheem Mostert fumble at midfield. Crosby kicked the field goal. It was 20-13 at the half. And the Packers came out in the third quarter with a 78-yard drive in 11 plays, converted a 4th and 1, converted a 3rd and 9. Rodgers threw 31 yards to Mercedes Lewis. They had it at the 1.
3 tight ends in the game. 2 off the left tackle, 1 just off the right tackle, an I formation, and the snap. It's a handoff left side looking for a hole, spinning near the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The extra point would tie the game. A.J. Dillon in for the score for the Packers with 7:53 to play in the third quarter. It's Miami 20, Green Bay 19.
2020 third tie of the game. Sanders would miss a field goal, and then we'd go to the fourth quarter. And actually before the Tua Tagovailoa nightmarish fourth quarter, we had an Aaron Rodgers interception. His 11th of the season, most since 2010. But on the next play, Tua picked off by Jair Alexander, returned it to Miami 14. Crosby kicked the field goal. The Packers, 11:45 to play, had their first lead at 23-20. Next Miami possession, they drove from their own 18 to the Green Bay 25, but Tua got picked off by Devondre Campbell. Another Crosby field goal, so it was 26-20, 2 minutes left. Miami had a chance to drive for a game-winning touchdown. This was the Dolphins' second play.
Back to throw Tua. Clean pocket, throws right side. It's intercepted for a third straight possession. And then down to one knee, brought down. It's Rasul Douglas with the interception. The Packers defense gets their 4th takeaway of the day off the Dolphins offense. The 3rd interception from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Packers are 127 away from a win in South Florida.
26-20, they scored the last 16 points. They've got won 15 straight games in December, all under Matt LaFleur, and despite a 5-game losing streak earlier this year, still an under 500 record. They're in it in the NFC because everything broke right this weekend. Let's hear from the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
See, what are we, 7-8? I'd like to be, 10-5, 11-4. But considering where we were a few weeks ago, a lot has happened in our favor. All the games that need to go a certain way win a certain way. Now, there's obviously much left, but again, we played meaningful games in December. We won all 3 of those. Now we're playing meaningful games in January, and we got to win those.
Dolphins, meanwhile, have lost 4 in a row. 8-7, still as of now a wild card team, but we'll see if that keeps up. Finish them up with games against New England and the Jets, and here's Tua on his rough fourth quarter.
It's tough. You get an opportunity to play on Christmas Day against a really good team, and I go out there and, really not being able to put my best foot forward for our team.
Green Bay wins at 26-20. We got another game coming up tonight. We'll preview that coming up. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
At the Home Depot, we have the tools for you to give the gift of a smarter home with savings on top brands, like the Google Hub, a command center for your smart devices that raises the IQ of your entire home, or the Nest Learning Thermostat that helps you conserve energy and save on your bill. And if you don't know what to get, gift cards are a smart gift no matter what they get. So this year, gift smarter with savings on tools to make your holiday magic. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
What if this holiday season you could give your loved ones the gift of never, ever having to bend down or touch their shoes to put them on, like ever again? That's a pretty powerful gift. And that gift would be new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. That's right. With new Skechers slip-ins, your loved ones can just step in and go to put their shoes on. Plus, they come in all your favorite fashionable styles for the whole family, including kids. Find slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Streaming on Peacock.
Fellas, I'm getting married.
From the creator of The Best Man and The Best Man Holiday.
Come with us to Quinn's wedding. Guaranteed to put a smile on your face.
And executive producer of Insecure.
They want to make unfinished business into a movie.
That book caused a lot of drama. Get your popcorn ready.
Just like Full Time, only better. The Best Man, The Final Chapter. A new limited series. Streaming now, only on Peacock.
Let's get lit!
At the Home Depot, we have the tools for you to give the gift of a smarter home with savings on top brands, like the Google Hub, a command center for your smart devices that raises the IQ of your entire home, or the Nest Learning Thermostat that helps you conserve energy and save on your bill. And if you don't know what to get, gift cards are a smart gift no matter what they get. So this year, gift smarter with savings on tools to make your holiday magic. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Welcome back to our Christmas NFL tripleheader on Westwood One for the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm John Stashower. Progressive Insurance gives you protection on the phone, online, or on the app 24/7 because things happen 24/7. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Christmas tripleheader ends with the Tampa Bay at Arizona. You know the story with the Bucs, a very un-Tom Brady-like season, his worst ever, and yet they play in a South Division. 8 NFL teams play in a South Division, and all 8 are under 500. Tampa Bay is 6-8, and that's good for first place. Brady was asked the state of his team.
It's not like there's a lack of confidence. It's just a lack of execution and our ability to do it consistently. And I think the ability to do it is one thing, but to do it consistently well has been a problem. There's spurts where it's been good and we can do kind of a lot of things the right way, and there's other times where we haven't, which leads to really where our record's at. So we're 15, 16 weeks into the season, including the bye, and the whole season comes down to 3 really important games, and this is the first of the 3, and we're going to go battle our ass off to try to make it happen.
After tonight, division games against Carolina and Atlanta. Panthers and Saints are 6-9. Falcons are 5-8. Cardinals are 4-10. They're 1-7 at home. And tonight, starting their third-string QB, Trace McSorley, his first ever NFL start. We'll have the game for you on Westwood One. Ryan Radke and Mike Golick will have the call pregame at 8 Eastern. The NFL has announced the game next Sunday, New Year's night. They flexed out Chargers-Rams. Instead, they'll have Baltimore-Pittsburgh right here on Westwood One. Coming up, back to L.A. for the second half. We'll rejoin Bill Rosinski and Ryan Leaf. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
This is it, the putt to win the tournament. If you sink it, the championship is yours. But on your backswing, your hat falls over your eyes. Is this how you're running your business? Poor visibility because you're relying on spreadsheets and outdated finance software? To see the full picture, you need to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system to power your growth. With visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your processes and close your books in no time while staying well ahead of your competition. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 32,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite is a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/touchdown. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/touchdown.
Welcome back to SoFi Stadium. Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Bill Rosinski. Part 2 of our special Saturday NFL tripleheader on Westwood One. The Broncos and the Rams in the first half was all Los Angeles. The Rams lead 31-6. And let's check some of the halftime stats sponsored by Indeed. We get it. A single hire can make or break everything. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Broncos numbers in the first half. 7 first downs. They had 42 yards on the ground, just 90 in the air. Russell Wilson was sacked 3 times. He also threw 2 crucial early first quarter interceptions. 24 plays for 110 yards, 4 penalties, 40 yards. They had the ball for less than 10 minutes, all totaled in the first half. The Rams, meanwhile, 17 first downs. They had 76 yards on the ground. Akers with 61 of those, including 2 for touchdowns. In that first half, Baker Mayfield, how about that? 18 of 20, hit his first 11 before he missed 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, 38 plays for 261 yards. And now let's get the keys to the second half. Ryan, where do you go with Denver here? They're going to get the ball to start the third quarter.
So they're going to need to get points here on their first drive. And then, and only then, can they get back in this football game if the Broncos get a stop. They have yet to get a stop, Bill, right? 5 consecutive drives where it has resulted in points for this Los Angeles Rams team. So as much as you want to get on Russell Wilson for his 2 mistakes, the defense has been very porous as well. As for the Rams, they just need to keep doing what they've been doing, right? Don't fix what ain't broken. Continue to run the football, use the play action, and then on defense, just pin your ears back, get after the quarterback, and try to establish stopping the run like they did in the first half.
Why do you think, and I threw this out right at the end of the first half, the NFL with all these notes about comebacks this year, 44 times a team has come from 10 points back, a deficit to win. Last week, 3 teams rallied from 17 points or more to win a football game. Now, a lot of that has to do with how much, when in the game are you down 17? If it's in the fourth quarter, you're probably not going to come back and win. But we saw with Minnesota last week against Indianapolis, 33-0, they come back and win the game. Why do you think that's happening?
For me, it seems like there's a sensibility to these teams being so far ahead, how to put teams away, right? How to run a suitable 4-minute drill when you have to run it maybe at the beginning of the second half, right? Going on long, extended drives that may not result in necessarily points or at least a touchdown opportunity, but getting some points, a field goal, keeping the ball away. Sometimes you get too conservative, and that becomes who you are not, and the other team just capitalizes on it. So that's what Broncos fans out there are going to hope for, that LA starts to get conservative and not do what they did in the first half.
Rams will kick off from right to left. There will be no return. The ball will come out to the 25, and that's where Russell Wilson and company will start. Broncos all in white, the visiting team with the dark blue numerals, blue and orange trim, the dark blue helmets with the Bronco on either side, the Rams in the home blues, both jersey and pants, gold numerals, and, of course, the familiar Ram helmet with the Ram Horn on either side in gold. By the way, when I was the voice of the Panthers, my first 7 years, I worked with Roman Gabriel, who was a great Ram quarterback. Back in the day, a lot of people would like to see him go back to that old Ram helmet that he used to wear for so many moons ago. First down 10, Wilson fakes, goes over the middle, and when he finds his tight end, Dulcich, the ball came out. Was he down after contact, or is this an incomplete pass? Looks like they're going to give him the catch and down by contact at the 35-yard line. Taylor Rapp with the wrap on Dulcich that time.
Ooh! They better get the snap off quick because
the red flag's already out from McVay. Red flag is out. The challenge flag is out early.
So the worst possible thing that you could do on the first play of the second half is to turn it over, and that's what it's looking like it's going to be. We'll see what the review team back in New York says, but Rapp, when he hits him, he jars the ball loose before his backside hits the ground. It's a clear recovery by Los Angeles. It should be their ball. We'll see what the officials are telling Sean McVay in terms of whether it could have been a catch or not. Did he have the ball?
The Broncos are hoping this is not a catch.
Yeah. Did he have a line? It looks like he makes a football move.
Los Angeles has challenged the ruling on the field that the runner was down by contact before the ball came loose. The previous play is under review.
So this Close Shave Instant Replay review is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Choose Barbasol Shaving Cream for a thick lather and a close, comfortable shave. Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Better by Barbasol. Not even 30 seconds in, or just past 30 seconds into this third quarter. We'll take a break. Rams 31, Broncos 6. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hi, I'm your unused PTO. It's almost the end of the year, and if you don't put me on a timesheet, I will be gone forever. Use me or lose me. Let's get away.
It's getaway time. Get our best deals of the season on a new Hyundai. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Hurry to your local Hyundai dealer now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends 1/3/23. Call 1-562-314-4603 for complete offer details.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
How do holiday grill masters take food from good to...
Wow.
Kingsford 100% hardwood pellets. Made in the USA with North American ingredients and 100% natural hardwood blend, Kingsford wood pellets can be used on any pellet grill and add delicious, smoky wood flavor to any holiday meal. So look for Kingsford 100% hardwood pellets, because with Kingsford, the holidays just taste better. Find at HomeDepot.com.
Parents, are you tired of helping put your kids' shoes on? They're squirming, watching cartoons, anything but helping. Luckily, it's Skechers to the rescue. Introducing new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Footwear you can just get your kids to step into and their shoes are on. You don't need to bend over. You don't need to sit on the floor and try to wrangle them on. And they're available in all types of Skechers styles with and without laces, and most are machine washable. Find Skechers slip-ins for kids or mom and dad at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
And we welcome you back to SoFi Stadium, where we are having a review of whether this was a catch fumbled by Greg Dulcich, the Broncos tight end. And it looks like, Ryan, for a minute there, the Rams thought they were going to get the ball on a turnover. Their offense was on the field. Denver never took their offense on the field, but guess who's coming back on the field? The Ram defense. I'm wondering if they're ruling this a catch, and he still has it when his knee touches the ground.
I can only assume that it looks like when his knee is touching the ground, the ball starts to come loose, and just not enough video evidence to overturn what was called on the field, which was a down by contact before the ball came loose.
Now, I find it interesting that Ron Torbert, our referee, is still He still has the headphones on, and he is still looking at the replay, even though the Rams have taken their offense off the field, put the defense back out there. This might be a timing issue of when this play came to an end. If you're just joining us, this has been all Los Angeles on this Christmas afternoon. Rams drove downfield on their opening possession, got a field goal, and then two consecutive possessions by Denver and two awful Russell Wilson interceptions set L.A. up with a short field. They scored both times. And then after that, two long drives against a really good Denver defense. I mean, the Broncos came in one of the top defenses scoring-wise in the league, and they couldn't stop the Rams at all. So we went to the locker room 31-6. And this is Denver's first possession from the 25. And on the first play, a pass completion. And then we thought the ball may have been ruled incomplete. Was it a catch and a fumble? Here we go.
After reviewing the play, it is confirmed that there was a catch, that the runner was down by contact. The runner was down short of the line to gain before the ball came loose. We are going to make it second down at the 34-yard line. Please set the game clock to 14 minutes, 56 seconds, please, 14:56. Because we are changing the aspect that the runner was down at the line to gain. Los Angeles will not be charged with his first timeout. It is charged with his first challenge. The clock will start on my signal.
There's a lot to that. Well explained.
All right, now, the line of scrimmage was the 25. They've got to put the ball shy of the 35, right? They've got the ball near the 40. This doesn't make any sense. Because we thought he had the first down. They moved the chains, I believe, but they're saying he didn't get the first. There we go. Now they're moving it back just inside the 35-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 1.
So all of that 4 seconds into the second half of the football game. All right.
Yeah, now we're back to 14:56 to go in the third quarter. All right, Bronco ball. Running back, Latavius Murray. This is 2nd and 1. Judy in motion, far side left. Murray up the middle, got the first down. Up that right seam, across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Pick up the 3. Leonard Floyd on the stop, and that is a first down for Denver. And they're going to go with some tempo here. Why not? You're down 31-6. You've won 4 games all year. You're trying to get this offense into some type of rhythm. Wilson out of the gun, back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket left. He can run if he wants to. Nutt's going to throw upfield. That ball's caught at the 50. Jerry Jeudy with a nice move cutting back inside toward the middle of the field. And Bobby Wagner finally brought him down, but that's a big play. They'll mark it at the 44 of Los Angeles, and that's a first down, a gain of 18 yards.
Yeah, there's just another gear with Jerry Jeudy when he catches the football. The way he's able to get his foot in the ground and make guys who are stationary miss.
Murray on a delay right up the middle at the 40. Cuts left. Ooh, man, he got rocked. And we have another late flag that came in. Again, the play was over when our referee, Ron Torbert, fired the red flag towards the line of scrimmage.
Holding. Offense number 57. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That's on Billy Turner. And at least Graham Glasgow didn't get called for his third holding in the game. Somebody else in that offensive line. And the ball marked back to the 46 on the Denver side of the 50. Both teams came into this game 4 wins, 10 losses. And both teams expected a lot more when this season got underway in September. Wilson in the pocket. Little slant over the middle. That ball is caught. It's Jeudy again inside the 40 and tackled down around the 37-yard line. Rapp and Troy Hill combined on the stop. Gain of 19. Not a first down after that holding call, but a nice gain on first down.
Yeah, wonderful throw. Wonderful catch. Good job of Jerry Jeudy using his hands to grab the football instead of letting that ball get into his body. If he does that, most likely it gets knocked away.
So it's second down, about 4 to go for Denver first down, moving left to right. Opening possession, quarter number 3. Wilson back in the pocket, got to scramble far side right. He wants to throw it, he will, loops it. He's got Dulcich in the end zone, it's picked off! It's intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. And for the third time today, the Broncos give it up. This is the first time on the other end of the field. He was trying to float it in the near right corner of the end zone, a little underthrown, and Ramsey took it away.
I mean, you're looking for that matchup all day long with Jalen Ramsey up against the rookie tight end and Greg Dulcich. And Russell Wilson just once again, poor decision, chooses to throw the ball up and doesn't get enough on it down the field. You would hope your 6'4" tight end could go up and at least try to knock it away, but Jalen Ramsey is just too good. He pulls it in for his third interception of this game.
Timeout, 12:57 left in the third. Rams 31, Broncos 6. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/check. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Join us again tomorrow night for Monday Night Football on Westwood One when the L.A. Chargers meet the Indianapolis Colts. Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner will have all the action beginning at 8 o'clock Eastern. NFL Network's Rich Eisen gets it all started with the pregame show at 7:30. And Indianapolis coach Jeff Saturday will join Rich as a guest on the Mercedes-Benz Vans Hotline. Want to unlock your potential? Open up a vehicle that's capable and versatile enough to drive your ambitions as far as you want to take them. A Mercedes-Benz Sprinter.
Couple big losses over the weekend for the Chargers allow for tomorrow night to be for a big one. They win. They're in the playoffs in Justin Herbert's third year as the starting quarterback. It'd be a big step for this franchise.
You missed it earlier today on Westwood One. The Packers stunning Miami 26-20. Packers are still alive for the postseason. Dolphins haven't clinched anything yet. Rams start at their 20, moving right to left, first down and 10, and it's Akers. Right up the middle he goes, and stuffed. Got about 4 to the 24-yard line, where it'll be second down and 6. We mentioned Baker Mayfield. What a really good, efficient first half he had. 18 of 20, hit his first 11, 185 yards and a touchdown, and Mayfield making a case, Ryan, for some team, it might even be this one, the Rams, to put him under contract going into the next season.
He got a $160 million quarterback already sitting on the sideline there. I sat down next to him before the game, and he's itching to get back out there himself, but he's definitely produced and showed what he can do with the capable offensive mind back there calling and pulling the strings.
Akers again right up the middle across the 30. He'll have a first down to the 34-yard line. Pick out 10, Simmons and Singleton on the stop. And, of course, we're talking about Matthew Stafford out for the season, has a neck injury, a spinal cord contusion as it's called. He'll be 35 in February. Says he is not retiring. So the Rams will have to make some decisions. We'll see what they are. But first things first for Baker Mayfield, trying to engineer his second win in an L.A. uniform. First and 10 at the 34. Rams move right to left. Mayfield, why not give it to Akers? Oh, this big hole to the 40, 45 to midfield. Akers is still going and finally tracked down at the 45-yard line of Denver. Damari Mathis finally made the stop. 24 yards. Ryan, another gaping hole on the left side of that line.
It was a tremendous job. This offensive line has played well the last couple weeks, and today it's just been a clinic. You were talking about Baker Mayfield there. My comp for him is Gardner Minshew. I do, and I understand that the expectations are so much more because you're the number 1 overall draft pick and you're the Heisman Trophy winner. I understand that. But I think Gardner Minshew's a guy that could start for half the teams in this league, just like I think Baker Mayfield could be that guy as well.
Also keep it on the ground. Here's a pitch to Akers in the backfield trying to turn it outside right. And for one of the few times today, the Broncos make a stop for no gain. Justin Simmons and Jonathan Cooper came up from the outside and made the stop. It'll be second down and 10. 10 and a half minutes to go third quarter. Rams 31 and the Broncos 6. So would you think Mayfield is more of a Minshew role player then? You sign him as a backup and maybe even here in Los Angeles?
Well, that's the thing. You need a quality backup quarterback. Like yesterday, I don't know if anybody else gives the Eagles a chance to win that game against the Cowboys other than Gardner Minshew. There's a reason why he wasn't let go this offseason when Seattle was looking, when other teams were looking. They understand the value that they have in a backup quarterback like him.
Mayfield's going to throw in a little slant to Van Jefferson. They're going to get another first down. Caught it at the 40, takes it inside the 35, and Alex Singleton might make the tackle. But the Rams, again, on that pass play of 17 yards, pick up a first down at the 29-yard line. I think they had 11 yards, and they mark it at the 34, so it's still a first down. But remember, we mentioned the last 2 Rams drives in the first half were lengthy ones. And they got another one going here. This will be the 6th play of this drive. They started at their own 20-yard line. They're at the Denver 34, moving right to left. Under center, Baker Mayfield. Hand off, Akers, another big hole up the middle. Then they close it off, but the running back makes it to the 29-yard line. And that's a pickup of 5. It'll be second down coming up. And now with that carry, Akers has passed the 100-yard mark. 18 carries for 101 yards.
I can't tell you how good the offensive football schemers in this system have to feel with what they're able to do offensively now. Earlier this year with the depleted offensive line, they just pulled both O'Day Abashi and Rob Havenstein from the right side. That's how confident they feel in what the offensive line and their continuity is right now.
Mayfield, play action fake, bootlegs it near side left, cocks the arm. Now he's going to run, and out of bounds he goes inside the 30. Line of scrimmage was the 29. He picks up 2 to the 27-yard line, where it'll be third down. And 3 yards to go for a first. Later on, we'll select the drive of the game, sponsored by Geico. Did you know that right now, whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance? Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. The Rams on third down, pretty good. 5 of 6.
And they haven't had many opportunities, to your point. Like only 6 opportunities because they've been so efficient on first and second down.
Mayfield to work out of the gun, hard count. They don't jump. He's back in the pocket. Nobody open. Now the little dump off, and it's caught at the 25-yard line. That was Malcolm Brown out of the backfield, but that's short by a yard of the first down. And if you're Sean McVay, what are you doing here? You kick a field goal, or you go for the jugular, and they're keeping the offense out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Ball at the 25. Brown remains the running back. He's got the call. He's going to get the first down, I believe, yes. Needed one, got one, so Malcolm Brown picks up the first down, and the drive will continue for the Rams as the clock takes us to 7:15 to go. Third quarter, Rams 31, Broncos 6.
I don't know if I could be any more impressed in Baker Mayfield in only his third start here for the Los Angeles Rams. How accurate he's been. Just how efficient he's been in the situational moments we've talked about before the game, the third downs when he's being blitzed, and while they've been in the red zone, they've just this is a third consecutive drive that's been lengthy.
10th play of it, play action fake. Mayfield rolls right, gets it to Higbee, who slips. Not a great throw, but he was able to hold. Oh, now they're going to say incomplete. He could not hold on to the pass, so a rare miss for Mayfield. And it'll be second down and 10. Denver had the opening drive of this third quarter. but then penalties kind of ruined it. And then Russell Wilson threw his third interception of the game. That gave L.A. the ball at their own 20 with 12:57 to go in the quarter. They've still got it with 6:47 to go.
There's a statistic that is very near and dear to the heart of Russell Wilson. And for anybody out there who knows how difficult this is, there's no other quarterback out there that has over 300 touchdown passes in their career with also under 100. And he's inching closer and closer this game of getting that to 100 career total of interceptions, 96 as of today now.
2nd and 10 Rams from the 25. Quick out, far right sideline. Higbee again, knocked out of bounds. That should be a first down depending on the mark. Damari Mathis finally got a shoulder pad on the tight end, and it will be a gain of 10 to the 13. So now 11 plays into this drive. They marched from their own 20, methodically downfield. Not a lot of big plays, but just the legs of Akers. Mayfield keeping things alive in the pocket. And right now, Baker Mayfield, 21 of 24, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Just another example of Sean McVay. Offensive genius, just out-leveraging the defense once again on a 2nd and long.
Powell in motion right, but it's a give to Akers up the middle, this time tripped up and dropped. Singleton was there to help make the stop along with Mike Purcell. Stay up to date with Westwood One Sports by following us on Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to listen to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. It's all just a click of the follow button away. That's Westwood One Sports on Twitter. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf here at SoFi Stadium. Gain of 1 on that run by Akers, so 2nd down and 9 from the Denver 12-yard line. As the Rams break the huddle, moving right to left, 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mayfield under his center, Coleman Shelton. Hand off to Akers, trying to turn it outside left, breaks 1 tackle, and then they gang up on him for a gain of 1 at the 11-yard line. So now you've got a 3rd down coming up. You'll need 8 to keep this drive going. You can get first down inside the 3-yard line.
Well, we'll see if Denver decides to bring a blitz. Last time they did down here in the red zone, Baker picked it up perfectly and threw the bullet to Tyler Higbee for the touchdown. It's almost pick your poison right now. Baker's been extremely good in situational moments. They haven't been able to get to him. That's been really impressive with what the offensive line for LA has done.
What they got here, Brown is in the backfield. Play action fake. Mayfield setting up the little bubble screen near side left to Powell. Cuts inside at the 15 and down at the 12. So they actually lose a yard on that play. And now Sean McVay will send the field goal unit on. But here's what you wanted to do. This drive started with 12:57 to go in the quarter. Clock is still running. We're down to 4:17.
So you and I just talked about it, right? We talked about what's been so problematic for teams holding leads in this league this year, and it's getting into that 4-minute offense. And that's being able to burn and churn clock and still get opportunities for points. And sure enough, 6th consecutive drive that the LA Rams are finishing with the possibility of points.
Matt Gay from 30 yards away. Not a great snap. The hold was good. The kick is up, and it is good. A methodical drive for the Rams. They pad the lead with that field goal. Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. 3:49 to go, third quarter. Rams 34. Broncos 6. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
As the stock market slumps and instability this year got you concerned, would you like a way that could protect your retirement when the markets are down? Gold Alliance would like to give you 2 free reports, the Inflation Survival Plan and the Stock Market Correction Plan. Both give actionable insights you can use now that could protect your savings in uncertain times. Absolutely free. Don't wait. Call 800-200-2079. 800-200-2079. 800-200-2079.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
With a Peppermint Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. You're welcome. They're so rich and creamy, a straw just won't cut it. And finishing one, it's not something you can speed through. So check your watch. Is it Frosty time yet? And by that, we mean, is it time for a moment with just you and your Frosty kicking back and doing whatever goes best with the chillest treat of the season? These Peppermint Frosty treats are going fast, so when it's time for Frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Welcome back to SoFi, where the Rams lead the Broncos 34-6. Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Buying or selling a home, Rocket can help you save with custom solutions. Reach out today. NMLS 30-30. The drive, 15 plays, 68 yards. Cam Akers, 7 carries for 42 on the drive. It ends with a Matt Gay field goal. The drive took 9 minutes and 8 seconds. Here's the kickoff by the Rams. No return on this. Denver will take over at the 25-yard line. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf, the rest of our Westwood One crew. And Ryan, again, I go back to, if fans are just joining us, after the 2 quick touchdowns after Denver turnovers, 11 plays, 75 yards touchdown, 12 plays, 85 yards for a touchdown. That ended the first half. And, of course, this drive, 14 plays, 68 yards, no touchdown, but they get a field goal.
How's this for a Christmas gift for the Los Angeles Rams? They've scored on all 6 possessions, only 3 incompletions, no giveaways, no sacks, and only 1 penalty so far.
I'm impressed.
It's been really impressive.
Little smoke route and a drop by Jerry Jeudy as they try to get the wide receiver on a quick out to the near right sideline. Could not hold on to it. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Meanwhile, everything that can go wrong has for Russell Wilson.
I will say this, though. I've never seen more discontent and just absolute, toddler behavior from wide receivers as I have from Denver wide receivers. They've done nothing. Russell Wilson has done so much in this league.
Yeah, he's trying to scramble out of the pocket on 2nd and long, and another sack back to the 19-yard line. That'll be Michael Hoyt.
What a story is that one, right?
That's his 3rd sack of the season.
6'4", 310 pounds. Was an edge rusher. They've made him an outside linebacker, and he is from Brown. His 2nd year, and he has been a thoroughly enjoyable watch over the last few weeks for this Rams defense.
3rd down and 16. The Broncos 1 of 4 in 3rd down conversions. Wilson sizes up the defense. Rams come with 4. Wilson back to throw. Nobody open. Scrambles up into the pocket. Another sack. Back at the 16-yard line. Hoyt got another one. Back to back for Michael Hoyt. That gives him 4 for the season. And just like that, the Broncos are going to punt the ball away after a 3-and-out.
Russell Wilson, for whatever reason, tends to move a little quicker than he needs to in the pocket sometimes, in that if he could just step up and maybe let it go with more confidence. But he's a little gun-shy right now, and I understand it. I just don't know what you do moving forward the rest of the half with Nathaniel Hackett.
Waitman, big punt, but it's a long one, maybe too long, and back upfield Brandon Powell started inside his 30 and finally makes it out of bounds past the 40-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field with 2:18 to go after a 56-yard punt and a 12-yard return. Rams ball when we come back. They lead the Broncos 34-6. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Fellas, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Introducing the Gillette Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer, a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Show your pubic region some respect with Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips,
more family fun. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you'll get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss out. Visit InflationBuster.com to get started today. That's InflationBuster.com. Offer ends soon.
For fees, cover rate, life date requirements, and other terms and conditions, visit InflationBuster.com. Call 1-833-7-ROCKET. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 30 cities.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Welcome to a late-night edition of What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what-ifs. We've got Sean on the line. What's up?
Hey, Jake, what if I'm too stressed about my coverage to sleep? Like, what if I don't have enough? Or what if I need to change it?
Oh, if you can't sleep, just give us a ring. We're available 24/7. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Oh, great. What if I just take a little nap?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Barbasol Shaving Cream is available in 5 fantastic flavors to customize your close shave. Whether it's original, soothing aloe, or Pacific Rush, there's one for every face. Find your favorite Barbasol today.
Barbasol. Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth at SoFi Stadium. Along with Brian Leaf, I'm Bill Rosinski. For the Game Changers, there's Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry. When you call, click Grainger.com or stop by one of 250 Grainger branch locations. Well, right now, all Rams, they lead the Broncos 34-6. We're in the third quarter with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go in it. LA will start at their 40, first down and 10. Baker Mayfield under center. Hand off to Akers, cuts back left, breaks one tackle, and then finally brought down, but a strong gain. Josie Jewell get credit for the stop up near the, actually gets close to 8 yards on the play. Ryan, you noticed a lot of discontent on the Denver sideline during the last timeout.
Yeah, a lot of offensive linemen. Ironically enough, it was Brett Rippon, the backup quarterback, who was kind of getting in the face of some of the offensive line. They had to be separated. Cortland Sutton has been very obvious about him not getting the football in this game. So, I mean, this is what happens when a team was expected to vie for a title and instead have double-digit losses.
Meanwhile, just 2nd and 2 for the Rams at their own 48. Mayfield play action. Goes to the near side of the field, and that's caught by Hopkins, the tight end. Breaks the tackle, breaks another inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Benito finally brought him down. That's a hookup of 18. And again, the Broncos just missing tackle after tackle, but give credit to Hopkins, a nice run after the catch.
And Baker Mayfield, again, accurate. So accurate that the ball is arriving just as the defender is, and he puts it in a place where only his wide receiver or tight end or running back can catch the ball. He's just looked incredibly. 14 targets to tight ends today, 12 receptions for 150 yards, 2 of those touchdowns. Just been thoroughly impressed with the young quarterback out of Oklahoma today, and only his 3rd start for Sean McVay.
1st and 10 at the 34 of Denver. They run left by Akers. Excuse me, this is Kieran Williams now in the ball game. Gets the handoff, a few yards. And we're inside the last 30 seconds, so the Rams do not have to run another play here in this third quarter. They continue to dominate time of possession, and we were questioning maybe do you take Russell Wilson out and put Brett Rippon in the game? Well, if I'm Brett Rippon and I just was chewing out the offensive lineman and I haven't been playing, I don't know if I want to go in the game. 8 seconds, 7 to go. Williams still the running back. He's trying to get him to jump offside again. Worked once, but time has expired to end quarter number 3. All Rams on this Christmas day at SoFi. Into the third quarter, our score. The Rams 34, the Broncos 6. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Holiday shopping is exhausting. I hit like 30 stores already. You?
I went to Verizon.
Oh, and?
And that's it.
Seriously?
Seriously. I got the new iPhone 14 Pro on Verizon, plus more Apple gifts, like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro, also on Verizon.
A value of up to $1,900. Seriously?
Yeah. The iPhone 14 Pro is perfect for my teenager. Its new Pro camera system takes amazing pictures, even in low light. She's gonna love it.
So who gets the Apple gift?
Oh, the Apple gift? I'm keeping those for myself.
Kind of like a finder's fee?
More like a holiday miracle.
Seriously.
This holiday, get to your Verizon store for their best deal of the year. A service plan is required for gifts. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with newer upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details. Up to $1,900 value based on iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, and Beats.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? Driving high will get you a DUI. And if you're wondering if law enforcement can tell you're driving high, well, everyone else can. Friends?
I can tell you drove high.
Parents?
I can tell when you drive high.
Relatives?
I can tell. You drove here high, didn't you?
So what makes you think law enforcement can't?
I can tell.
If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
The Russian war in Ukraine is robbing many children of a normal life and their chance to enjoy the festive season like everyone else. To help them, Shazam this song and donate to the Elena Zaleska Foundation. Scroll down, open YouTube video, and follow the link in the description.
The NFL is headed back to Vegas for the Pro Bowl games presented by Verizon. See new skills challenges and experience the first ever AFC versus NFC flag football games on Sunday, February 5th at 12 o'clock Pacific time at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Visit ProBowl.com/tickets to buy your tickets today. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf here at SoFi. All Rams, they lead 34-6 over Denver. And they're driving again. They're at the Denver 34 through three quarters. Broncos 32 plays, 148 yards, just 46 yards rushing. The Rams have run 55 plays, 356 yards. Baker Mayfield 23 of 26 for 266 and 2 touchdowns. And he's going to throw here over the middle, and it's behind Van Jefferson, incomplete. Mathis on the coverage, and we mentioned Rippon getting into it with the Denver offensive lineman during the last break. Ryan, we saw Russell Wilson go back to that same O-line and fist bump the guys as they get ready for the next time they come on the field.
Well, they've had a rough day. Everybody has for the Denver Broncos. They've had a rough season. They've just been under the boot of everybody so far this year, and they haven't been able to live up to those lofty expectations that existed this offseason.
There's a handoff to Brown. Malcolm Brown, big hole. He's still rumbling inside the 20. Malcolm Brown. That was 3rd and 9. And a running play, and Randy Gregory, who has been hit out of the lineup, back on the field, makes the tackle for the first down inside the 15-yard line. My goodness. 19 yards. By the way, time of possession through three quarters. The Rams have had it for 31 minutes, 4 seconds. The Broncos, 13 minutes, 14 seconds.
I mean, some stats you can just throw out the window. That's the one in this game that has established the line of scrimmage. It's shown the character of what this football team intended to do in this matchup against the Broncos today.
First down call, handoff Akers, trying to run right, and he is upended. Got inside the 15 to the 14, pick up of a couple. But again, they're just using the clock. This drive started with 2:18 to go in the quarter. And they had a good field position after a nice punt return. Started at the 40, but now all of a sudden they're down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and one of our keys to the second half for Denver to get back in this game was to simply get a stop, and they have yet to do that, Bill. They have yet to get one stop. We have not seen the punter for the Los Angeles Rams in this football game, and we won't see him because this is most likely going to end with some sort of kick from your place kicker as well.
2nd and 7, and Mayfield with a quick slant to Van Jefferson, but that didn't go much of anywhere. Them at the 10. Mathis will get credit for the stop, so you've got 3rd down coming up. They have to get to the 6-yard line for a first down, so 3rd down 4 for the Rams. They're 5 of 8 in 3rd down conversions. Now moving left to right as we call the action in the home blues with the gold numerals and the Ram helmet. With the familiar gold Ram horn on either side. Mayfield works out of the gun. Browns is running back off to his right. He will put it up. Pump fakes left, nobody open. Looking in the middle, nobody there. Finally scrambling, floats it and throws it away incomplete in the near right corner of the end zone. Good coverage by Denver. Flag on the play. In fact, there's 2 of them. And this might be a roughing the passer call. I'm not sure. 2 flags in the backfield.
And it's going to go, I think, against Randy Gregory, who jumped.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 5. Penalties half the distance to the goal from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And it just continues to unravel for the Broncos, even when they make a good play, and just unnecessary.
It makes zero sense to me. The frustration just builds over, and you don't have to be in that position, but certainly it's exactly what the Rams want, right? They want to continue these drives. They want to see clock come off that scoreboard, and when you own it 34-6, midway through the 4th quarter, you feel pretty confident where it's headed.
1st and goal, moving left to right from the 4. Akers with the call, sprinting outside left, trying to get the corner, stiff arms the tackler, touchdown Rams. The 3rd rushing touchdown of the game for Cam Akers, and they put an exclamation point on a Christmas Day rout over the Denver Broncos with 12 and a half to go in the game. The Rams are on top by a score of 40-6. Nice stiff arm up around the helmet. Can't do that to a quarterback, but boy, you can do it to everybody else.
His speed was just a different level. That's what got a 3rd touchdown of the game for Cam Akers.
Extra point is on the way by Matt Gay, and it is good. So another drive that ends up in points, this time another touchdown. We've got a timeout with 12:31 remaining in the game. Rams 41, Broncos 6. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. 1 device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Now Martha Stewart for Skechers. When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes. They've meticulously designed stylish footwear with all the fits and features you want. They have fits like wide fit, relaxed fit, stretch fit, arch fit, and more. Plus, they have luxurious features including Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's like walking on a cool side of the pillow all day long. And best of all, they find a way to keep them affordable. You simply can't get more comfort and style for your dollar. So if you want the kind of footwear I'd create, get yourself a pair of Skechers. It's comfort with style and more. Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Back at SoFi with the Rams leading the Broncos 41-6. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the Free Odyssey app.
Bill Rosinski, Ryan Lee from the rest of our Westwood One crew. We work on this Christmas Day for you, our listeners. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to those of you across the country listening on Westwood One. Here's the kickoff by the Rams from left to right. That's going to go into the end zone. Ball will come out to the 25. Don't miss all the NFL action Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video. The Dallas Cowboys meet the Tennessee Titans. Of course, you can also hear Thursday night football each week right here beginning at 7:30 Eastern Time on many of these same stations, on the NFL app, or online at WestwoodOneSports.com.
Yeah, big game this week for, of course, the Dallas Cowboys they still have a chance to win the NFC East, right? The win against the Eagles yesterday was a big part of that. As for the Tennessee Titans, well, you know, it's most likely coming down to that final game, so next week may not mean as much to them, and they're kind of spinning out of control a little bit right now.
Wilson trying to throw on first down, scrambles, stumbles, that's down again. Another sack. Got tripped up, tried to escape near side left and down at the 15, so that's a loss of 10. By the way, that last scoring drive, 8 plays, 60 yards, 4 minutes, 47 seconds. Cam Akers, 4-yard touchdown run, 23 carries, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns for Cam Akers. Little dump off. And here is Murray, a nice little run after the catch across the 20 up to the 22-yard line. So he gets 7 back after losing 10 on first down. Bobby Brown in on the stop.
It's been tough to watch as an offense, right? To see a team with all that expectation, just with great skill position players, especially out on the perimeter, just struggle as much as they have all season. And this game is almost like a microcosm of that.
Third and long, and a pass over the middle to Cortland Sutton trying to get the first down, and he's got it. Great effort. Caught it at the 30, turned it upfield, had to get to the 35. He got it. Nick Scott on the stop, but that's a big third down for Denver. And they will go with tempo here, and why not? You're down 41-6. Well, at the 36-yard line. Wilson to throw. Over the middle it goes again. There's Dulcich. Boy, he gets lit up. That's twice in this half. He has thrown over the middle to Greg Dulcich's tight end, and twice Taylor Rapp has just drilled him. It's a catch. Gain of 8.
A little Pac-12 on Pac-12 crime there. University of Washington versus UCLA in that matchup.
Wilson has him at the line, but changing his call inside 20 on the play clock. Second down at 8. Quick hitter up the middle to Murray, and he is dragged down shy of the first down, I believe. Got just across the 45. And that was Laurel Murchison, who has a couple of sacks in this game, filling in for the injured Aaron Donald. By the way, Donald with a high ankle sprain and not expected to play this season. Sean McVay asked about that this week in one of his press conferences. And with the team out of the playoff picture, no sense in doing that. Russell Wilson, quarterback keeper on 3rd and an inch, and he gets the first down. So the drive will continue for Denver. Coming down to 10 minutes to go in the game, and it's 41-6, and now we've got somebody shaken up. Rams on top. Can't tell who's hurt. It's like one of the Rams.
Murchison,
Murchison, yeah.
Your replacement for Aaron Donald, who's been incredibly good today.
So training staff out to take a look at him. This season, for the first time, you can hear every Westwood One NFL broadcast stream live for free. Catch all the action on the NFL app on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports, all sponsored by AutoZone. Why is AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Well, Murchison is up. He'll make his way to the sideline. Denver will have a first down at their 47. You like the fact that the Pro Bowl is going to change now. Instead of playing a game, we're going to play some games, flag football, etc.
I mean, it's a fan experience. It's also an opportunity for players to be honored for their great play during the year, but also to kind of get away You can't expect them to really put themselves in harm's way. So, yeah, I thought ultimately this was the direction it was headed. It could be fun for the players. It can be fun for the fans out there who still want to be a part of it.
So Russell Wilson drops back to pass, throws incomplete. Years ago, Westwood won back in the late 80s. I was working with Jack Ham, the great Steeler linebacker, Hall of Famer. We were in New Orleans doing a game. And we started talking about the Pro Bowl. And I asked him, how tough was it to play in the Pro Bowl? And he goes, Bill, I've been hit harder walking down Bourbon Street than I ever was in a Pro Bowl.
Well, we saw that last year, right? I think there was enough complaints from people as you watched the game play out in Las Vegas a year ago. As it's not a real game. It's not something that players are trying to get injured in any way they can. So how can we make it more enjoyable where the fans can still be entertained by it? And the NFL does a better job than anybody of making something entertaining, right?
Wilson completed a pass to Cortland Sutton. He's now faced with a 3rd and 5 and scrambling. He's got to throw it away. Again, under duress, Leonard Floyd was all over him as he let it go. And now it's going to be 4th down, and Denver will go for it here. Why not? You're down 41-6 with 9:12 left in the game. The Broncos will have it 4th down and 4 at the 47 of the Rams.
You know what? With Russell in Seattle, he was so good, and he had such a good relationship with his receivers when he would scramble, the scramble drill, and how they would get open. Just looks like they haven't figured that out so far because his wide receivers aren't working abundantly hard when he's scrambling out around in the pocket.
All right, 4th down for Denver, need 4. Wilson's going to loop it down the near sideline, wide open. Jerry Jeudy's got it inside the 15-yard line. Aired it out. That was a good throw. Yeast on the coverage and a pickup of 34 yards.
A little double move. Good job by Jerry Jeudy of getting to where the line to gain was, stomping his feet just a little bit, enough for the corner and Troy Hill to jump it, and then wide open, and Russell puts it right on him for the 1st down.
Offset back to the right. Wilson out of the gun. 1st down and 10. Goes near left side in the end zone for Jeudy. And well covered there. Pass is incomplete. Will be 2nd down and 10. Rams with a 41-6 lead here with 8:38 to go in the football game. By the way, the Broncos will be at the Chiefs next week and then finish at home against the Chargers. The Rams, meanwhile, will be at the Chargers next week on New Year's and then close against the Seahawks. Wilson, 2nd down, 10 from the Ram 11. Works out of the shotgun. 4-man rush. Scrambling far side right. He's going to cock the right arm and throw in the end zone, and it's caught. And that's a touchdown to Greg Dulcich. And a little chest bump from Cortland Sutton, and the Broncos have something to celebrate. That's an 11-yard pass and a touchdown. Wilson to Dulcich, and that makes up for Dulcich getting creamed on 2 other catches earlier in the half.
Now, he has been a bright spot in this offense in a year that's been a lot of darkness. The young rookie tight end out of UCLA, more like a wide receiver out there on the perimeter, hybrid, and he is right where he needs to be. Good, accurate throw by Russell Wilson, and they'll go for 2 here to try to keep the momentum going.
Dulcich, local kid. He actually walked on to UCLA before finally earning a scholarship. Broncos going for 2. 4 receivers bunched far side right. They're moving right to left. Wilson's going to look left. Back shoulder fade. Got a flag. And it's going to be interference. Sutton, the intended receiver, and Ramsey got there way too soon. So they'll have a chance to do this again.
I mean, that's the reason they have Jalen Ramsey, so you can go one-on-one with their best wide receiver, especially down near the goal line. He just, too much contact and never allows Cortland Sutton to get off.
Defense, number 5. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. We will repeat the try.
To me, it just looks like both of them are hand-fighting like crazy, and Jalen Ramsey is just better at keeping his balance than, let's say, Cortland Sutton is in that moment.
All right, Edmonds now the running back. He shifts to the right of Russell Wilson, who again is in the shotgun. Play action fake, deep drop. Wilson can't find anybody. Now just going to loop it into the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Another flag. Another flag is down. And Jerry Jeudy is clapping because he thinks this is going to go against the Rams.
Before the ball was thrown, holding. Defense, number 2. Penalties half the distance to the goal. We keep it trying.
So now the ball will be about the half-yard line on this 2-point try. It's 41-12. With 8.5 minutes left in the game, Denver trying to make it 41-14. Hey, why not run it? Your ball at the half-yard line? Tell your offensive line, open a hole. Let's get 2. Murray is now back in at running back.
Line up in the shotgun.
Jeudy in motion near side left. 2-point try as now Murray shifts to the left of Wilson. And they give it to Murray, running left and across the goal line. He's got the 2-point conversion. On a day when there's been a little to smile about, the Broncos do have a touchdown and a 2-point conversion with 8.5 minutes left at SoFi. The Rams 41, Broncos 14. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? If your check engine light is on, it may be affecting your MPGs. But the free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help. With the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes, you'll know what's affecting your gas mileage and more. And you don't have to drive too far to find the fix. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service is available at all 6,200 stores. Get in the zone, AutoZone. See details at AutoZone.com.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-826-9895. That's 800-826-9895. 800-826-9895.
With a Peppermint Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. You're welcome. They're so rich and creamy, a straw just won't cut it. And finishing one, it's not something you can speed through. So check your watch. Is it Frosty time yet? And by that, we mean, is it time for a moment with just you and your Frosty kicking back and doing whatever goes best with the chillest treat of the season? These Peppermint Frosty treats are going fast, so when it's time for Frosty time, choose wisely, choose Wendy's.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Stay tuned for part 3 of our special Christmas Day NFL triple header on Westwood One. It'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Arizona Cardinals. Ryan Radke and Mike Golick will have all the action live from Arizona starting at 8 Eastern Time right here on most of these same Westwood One stations via the NFL app on Alexa-enabled devices or online at our website, westwood1.com. Westwood1.com. All right. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf here at SoFi Stadium. Denver will kick off from right to left. Their scoring drive, 12 plays, 75 yards. Russell Wilson to Greg Dulcich, an 11-yard strike, and then a 2-point conversion. Drive took 4:01. Wilson on the drive, 6 of 9 for 82 yards. Onside kick. And Tyler Higbee, who has been all over the field for the Rams. They had the hands team out there expecting such. And Higbee has it for Los Angeles. As I said, Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf, here in the Grainger broadcast booth at SoFi Stadium. Winning teams know everyone can use a helping hand. Let Grainger help you with 24/7 customer service and supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click, or stop by Grainger today. So the Rams now at the 41 of Denver after the failed onside kick. And I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of running here, trying to move this clock along and get out of here home for a late dinner.
They've removed Baker Mayfield, so, you know, his day's done.
Williams takes the handoff, and he is pushed back. So you've got Bryce Perkins now in a quarterback, loss on the play of a couple of yards. So you got Tampa coming up tonight in Arizona. What's your thoughts on the NFC South here? Because how about Carolina? Couldn't run the ball a lick against the Steelers at home 2 weeks ago, and over 300 yards against Detroit yesterday. The Lions were on a big roll. Carolina wins. Regardless of what Tampa does tonight, that game next week, Tampa and Carolina, if Carolina wins, they're in first.
Yeah, it really has been a special season. Steve Wilks, for me, you got to consider him for removing that interim tag, making him the new head coach in Carolina. His team has responded, right? He got what they considered a cancer in Robbie Anderson out after a game that was played here, if you recall correctly, and then they even traded away their best offensive player, and they still have found a way to stay in it. Now, both the NFC South as well as the AFC South have been bad, right? Bad football. Both teams are going to have division winners with losing records, it looks like. But you still have a chance, and you have a chance in the playoffs. If you're Steve Wilks, you're the Carolina Panthers, you get to the playoffs, you most likely should have that interim tag taken off. It didn't happen in Las Vegas a year ago, we understand, but that sends a really positive sign on what you're able to do with such a large amount of data now being able to use for Steve Wilks as the head coach for Carolina.
Rams with a couple of running plays as we discuss Tampa's and Carolina in the NFC South. They come up short on third down about 7. So field goal unit coming back on. This will be Matt Gay. There were now I live in Charlotte, and there were people talking this week after the disappointing Pittsburgh game that if Steve Wilks would lose that game to Detroit, a lot of people would like to see him get that job. And I think you would. A lot of people would. Wilks is from that area of the country, but if they had faltered yesterday, there were a lot of doubters whether he would still have a chance. Here's the field goal try from 53 by Gay. Plenty of leg on this one, and the Rams come up with 3 more points. And that makes it 44-14 with 6:16 to go in the football game. Baker Mayfield was on the bench, baseball cap. He's out there low-fiving his teammates. Glad he's not headbutting. Glad he's not headbutting. But anyway, you got Tampa and Carolina. And by the way, I think I heard on NFL Network this morning some stat that if whoever wins the South comes up with a losing record, it would be the 4th time someone would have a losing record and win a division. You know who did it a few years ago? The Panthers. They won the NFC South. 7-8-1 was their record, made the playoffs. Ron Rivera was the coach back then, and it was funny because they had a great season the year before, a great after, and the Panthers had been criticized for never having back-to-back winning seasons. 7-8-1 to Ron, that was a winning season because they won the division. So twice it's happened in the NFC South.
Well, until the NFL decides differently and they do not reward a division winner, then it doesn't matter. That is a winning season. You won the division. That has to be your number one goal because that gets you a home playoff game.
Yeah, that's the amazing part of it. Kickoff through the end zone. The Washington football team and Seattle, the other 2 teams, to win a division crown with a losing record. And now Denver has taken out Russell Wilson, and Brett Rippon is in. The last time we talked about him, he was getting after the offensive line, and he wasn't even in the game.
Yeah, I think that you've known Russell Wilson, like I've had a chance to, and I don't know if this has been discussed enough, at least nationally, around some of his struggles this year. Trevor Moawad, who was his right-hand man when he worked in his neutral thinking concept around his brain and how he dealt with failure and things like that, tragically passed away a year ago. And I was incredibly close to him as well. He helped me a ton in the way I think and the way I go about my business. So I understand how Russell maybe felt really alone this year. He's felt really alone, and so I had a chance before the game to talk to Russ about it a little bit. In the perfect Russ fashion, he was all about the game. He was all about honoring the memory of him, not being in the negative thought process of having lost somebody and being sad about it. I mean, it's a way of life for him, and I think it has rubbed some people the wrong way, but it certainly made him the success that he is. And I think Brett Rippon spends enough time with him in that locker room and in those meetings, and that when the offensive line maybe got a little bit lippy in this game, his backup quarterback had a little something to say to have his back, and I think that speaks volumes to the character of Russell Wilson. When your backup quarterback has your back in those moments.
Rippon throwing on second down. The Broncos have run a couple of plays here near midfield, but this one is complete. And this is a nice play to Chase Edmonds, who was cutting across the middle of the field right to left. And finally, Durant, who has an interception in this game, makes the tackle. But the Broncos are on the move. They're now at the 35-yard line of the Rams, going no huddle. We're down to 4:42 remaining in the game. Rams 44, Broncos 14, as Rippon sets up and throws near sideline, and that's into the arms of Cortland Sutton. And I'm going to say it a catch. Yes, it is at the 23-yard line. Ramsey on the coverage, and a gain of 12.
In a year where a team, realistically, at 7-10 or 8-9 can get into the playoffs, I mean, you really got to look at the Los Angeles Rams with all the injuries and everything and how well they're playing late in the year. You're like, I mean, they still had a chance to be in the conversation if they just found a way to win some games early.
Yeah, Rippon throwing in the right corner of the end zone for Jerry Jeudy, but could not keep the feet in bounds. Made the catch. And it'll be second down, stopping the clock with 4:29 to go.
So the conversation that Sean McVay had this week around Aaron Donald, right, shutting it down with the ankle injury, but, you know, talking to our executive producer here, and what do you do with Russell Wilson now moving forward? He's making that much money. Do you just shut him down and say, hey, let's not make it worse? Nathaniel Hackett most likely is going to be a one and done. We're going to find a new head coach to come in and figure out the offense, because you can't get rid of Russell Wilson, right? He's locked and loaded in Denver as your starting quarterback for the foreseeable future because of the contract that they gave him this offseason.
And you know, when you go back, and by the way, Geno Smith, now the quarterback for Seattle, praised Russell Wilson for his maturing as a quarterback. All right, third down coming up for Denver at the 23 of the Rams. Rippon throws over the middle. That's behind the intended receiver off the fingertips of Marlon Mack. And they'll go for it on fourth down. Clock stops, 4:21 to go. Rams 44, Broncos 14. And you think about, you know, their first game, Denver's first game was in Seattle. Russell Wilson passed for 340 yards and a touchdown. And they caught the ball up at the goal line twice. You wonder, you know, would this season be different had they won that game? And, you know, they actually put up a lot of yards. But caught too many turnovers, and here could be a pick six. Far left sideline. This is Durant. Going down to the 30, the 20, and another touchdown for the Rams. 85 yards, pick six for Kobe Durant. And the fans who hung around here to see the finish of this game on their feet applauding this Rams defense. That's 50 points for the Rams with 4:08 remaining in the game. Maybe just a miscommunication. He tried to get it to Freddie Swain, and I'm talking about Rippon, and that ball wasn't close. Swain had to be 3 or 4 yards further downfield when Rippon threw the pass. So Durant with an early pick to set up the score, and a pick six late. Extra point by Gay. Good. Rams have 51 points with 4:08 to go.
You talked about the film in the open, right? The film you could put on display. Well, I tell you right now, if you're a Denver Broncos guy, you're going to be burning that film. And if you are a Los Angeles Rams guy, Durant in particular, right, you're putting that up on your YouTube page, you're throwing it out on your LinkedIn, you're everywhere. Hey, give me a job. Look what I can do for your football team. Definitely made himself some money today. Incredible performance by this Los Angeles Rams team. It's just amazing to see the difference. This is a team a week ago in Denver that, you know, shut down an Arizona Cardinals team. The defense played incredibly well. They get the win at home. You know, the Rams go on the road and lose on Monday night to the Green Bay Packers. Don't play particularly well down the stretch. Like, no one walking into this arena thought that this had any chance of being the score that it is. In fact, I think the Denver Broncos were a favorite going into this football game. So I think it's the biggest surprise to a lot of people, but maybe not in that locker room. Baker Mayfield's third start with Sean McVay and this defense. Wow, really impressed with the Rams and what they've been able to accomplish today in this matchup.
51-14. The kickoff will not be returned. Denver ball at the 25-yard line. Tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFL next Sunday on CBS, where the Minnesota Vikings face the Green Bay Packers. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on CBS. So Denver back out there as we try to get out of here with the last 4 minutes and 8 seconds without anybody getting hurt. I'm going to take you back in time. I remember watching this. Christmas Day, 1971. There were 2 playoff games in the NFL played on that day. Dallas beat Minnesota earlier in the day, and then the famous Dolphins-Chiefs game that is still to this date the longest game in NFL history. It went double overtime. The Dolphins beat the Chiefs 27-24. The game took 82 minutes and 40 seconds. Between those 4 teams, Dallas, Minnesota, the Dolphins, and Chiefs, 33 future Hall of Famers were on the field on Christmas Day in 1971. And I got a little sidebar story on that game after we run another play here. Denver got 8 on first down. Rippon's still the quarterback. And they'll be content to run the football as well. Weaving through traffic, Marlon Mack. And he's got a first down up around the 38-yard line. In that game, first half, Kansas City's John Stenerud, they were supposed to do a fake field goal. Bobby Bell was the snapper. He looked back at Stenerud, who wasn't looking for the ball. Hank Stram, the head coach of the Chiefs, had told Stenerud, don't look at the snapper. Look off in the distance. I want to fool the Dolphins. Well, Bell then snapped it to Dawson, who was the holder. He was supposed to snap it to Stenerud, who was going to run it. After the game, Hank Stram did not own up to the fact that it was his call. He let Stenerud, Dawson, and Bell take the blame for that play. And Bobby Bell said after that game, he lost the team. He said we had no respect for Hank Stram for not standing up, for telling the media he was responsible for that botched field goal. Now, they lose it by a field goal in double overtime, but that was kind of the beginning of the end for Stram in Kansas City. It's amazing.
I can't tell you, Bill, how far taking accountability for your actions, regardless at the NFL level, if it's yours or not.
Now, Chase Edmonds has got a nice run here for the Broncos as he takes it inside the 40 of the Rams. That should take us to the 2-minute warning. He picks up 25 yards where Russ Yeast makes the tackle. Time is dwindling down here, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. With our score at SoFi, Rams 51, Broncos 14. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands, with Inflation Buster. For example, if you lock a 7% rate today, you'll only pay 6% for a year. That means more road trips, more spa days, more family fun, every month for a year. And your rate is secured for 30 years. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. More upgrades. More of what you love. More cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Visit InflationBuster.com to start saving. Don't miss out. Visit InflationBuster.com to get started. That's InflationBuster.com. Offer ends soon.
For view cover, like date requirements and other terms and conditions, visit InflationBuster.com. Call 1-833-7-ROCKET. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLS Consumer Access.org. Number 3030.
Find the latest and greatest audio entertainment on Audible. It's got everything you want to hear, including The Rich Eisen Show. Along with podcasts, you'll also find audiobooks and exclusive originals. We're talking comedy, sports stories, deep dives with athletes and entertainers, business, and anything else you're into. With Audible, you get access to thousands of included titles with more added every week. Listen on the road, at the gym, or anywhere you want to fuel up your imagination. Join and get 30 days free at the home of storytelling, audible.com.
The copyright of today's broadcast on Westwood One is owned by the NFL. On behalf of its member clubs, all rights to this broadcast are reserved. any rebroadcast, re-recording, retransmission, any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. 2 to go in this one. Many of the fans have filed out of SoFi, heading home for a little Christmas dinner. And Merry Christmas to all our listeners today here on Westwood One. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf, and the rest of our crew. Howard Deneroff, our producer. Jane Kading, our statistician. Eric Miller, our spotter. Rick Cutler, our engineer. Brian Dansell, as he brought cookies before the game, so he won everybody's hearts. And John Stashower back in the studio. 51-14. Rams with the lead. Denver ball at the 32. Ryan, coming up on Thursday on Westwood One, you got Dallas and Tennessee. Cowboys with that big win yesterday over the Eagles. Still hoping for a division title possibly. And what's with the Titans? 5 losses in a row.
Yeah, significant. They lose their quarterback, Malik Willis. Their third-round draft pick isn't been able to step up to the table when asked. So, things not looking well for Tennessee. Looks like the Jags. The Jags in year one under Doug Peterson may just be able to sneak in there. They play each other the final weekend of the season.
So Trevor Lawrence, what are your thoughts? He came in, obviously Urban Meyer, that was a disaster for him his rookie year, but now Doug Peterson's in there, and this kid just improves every week.
He does. He's had a heck of a season. The Thursday night game in the Storm was an opportunity for him on the road in a hostile environment against a good defense to step up and be the man, and that's certainly what he did. In retrospect, you had Zach Wilson on the other side of that, which looked the complete opposite, right? And gives Jets fans exactly what they've been dealing with for the last decade.
So earlier with the results from yesterday, we've had a couple of runs by Denver. They're inside the 30. They're at the 29 of the Rams. Clock ticking, 1:07 to go. The Bills clinched the AFC East yesterday. The Ravens and Bengals clinched playoff spots. And that NFC wildcard race is really interesting for that 7th spot. Here's another running play on 3rd down. They continue to run the clock here. We'll have one more play before the end of this game. But right now you've got the Commanders 7-7-1. And then Seattle and Detroit at 7-8. I have no idea who's going to be that 7th.
Well, and I'd also say the team that gets in there almost feels like it's limping in, and you're just like, that's a difference. I'd love to see somebody take it. Just come from behind, find a way to get in. That's why I like the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC. Somehow, some way, if they could find a way to get themselves in on a winning streak like that, watch out, right? Watch out with defense and Mike Tomlin. And, they found a way to do it last year. It's just incredibly impressive how he does it year in, year out. Has yet to have a sub-500 losing season. And he's put himself in a position not to have that once again this year.
Well, Marlon Mack carries for the final play of the game as Denver just runs out the clock, and a beatdown by the Los Angeles Rams on Christmas Day at SoFi. Now, wait a minute. They're calling the teams back out for a play. And I don't know. Oh, they're putting 6 seconds on the clock.
Well, Los Angeles is the turnover on downs.
There you go. That's right.
So they have to come out and ultimately just put a knee down.
Turnover on downs. But everything that could go right did go right for the Rams today. Just almost a perfect game.
No, I would argue that there's something to be said for how well this team played today on Christmas Day here in Los Angeles. It was a dominant performance by the Rams.
One knee, and that's it. The coaches will shake hands in the middle of the field. But the Rams destroy the Denver Broncos 51-14. So now the 5th win of the season for the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, the 11th loss for the Denver Broncos. And really, when you look at this game, Ryan, it turned in the first quarter. Russell Wilson, just a couple of bad picks. And then after that, the inability of the Denver defense, a highly ranked defense, to even try to stop the Rams as they kept marching downfield and scoring.
Yeah, that Denver defense you talked about, 3rd in the NFL in points per game. They've been allowing 18.1 points per game, and they gave up 51 points to this Los Angeles Rams team, who was only generating 16.4 points a game, right? This was almost last in the NFL, and they put up 50. What happens? is when you turn the football over. That was one of the bigger things we're going to talk about for the game. And Russell Wilson, they go 3 and out, turn it over immediately again with a terrible interception, and the Los Angeles Rams capitalized. They did not have a drive until that final drive that the game ended on that they did not score points on. And that, to your point, may have been the perfect definition of a perfect game because of that.
And people are going to look at Wilson's performance at quarterback today, and then the turmoil on the sideline. This Denver team has a lot of issues. Nathaniel Hackett may be playing these last couple of games to see if he's even coaching this team next year.
Well, I spoke to somebody just a few minutes ago who texted me, and he said he's pretty much in the know. He spends his time in the media climate there in Denver. He says there's a 0% chance that Nathaniel Hackett is back as the head coach for the Denver Broncos next season.
And that's right. It's the players who make the money, and who you get rid of, you get rid of the coach. And that goes for every sport.
Well, I mean, we heard the numbers this last couple of weeks, $800 million in coaches' salary over the last, I don't know how long, that owners have paid out in firing these head coaches, and there has to be some accountability and some understanding. But I mean, as a privately run team, it doesn't, you really can't speak to too much how you're spending your money in those moments. You go out, and if you can find the right head coach, clearly Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota this year, right? Mm-hmm. Matt LaFleur in Green Bay over his first 3 seasons. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. You go find the right coach with the right scheme, with the right system, you have a chance to be a champion, and that's all any of these owners want. They want to raise that Lombardi trophy, whether they sell their soul for one season and get to raise it. That's what they want.
And by the way, Russell Wilson in this game, 15 of 27. He did have a touchdown pass, but the 2 interceptions early and then another one in the third quarter. Well, we've got Tyler Higbee, one of the stars of this game, joining us now. Tyler, 9 receptions, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'm Bill Rosinski. Ryan Leaf is with me here in the booth. First of all, Merry Christmas. Congratulations on an incredible win. And I want to tell you something. Your defense got you 2 early turnovers, and you stuck it in the end zone. But what impressed us all, you guys had drive after drive against a talented Denver defense. You were all over them today.
No doubt. Merry Christmas to y'all to start it off. But, I got a lot of respect for those guys on the other side of the ball. But, our defense came out, made some plays early for us, gave us a short field, and we sustained some drives, being able to run the ball and put it in the end zone and finish drives.
Tyler, did you see something this week in practice and prep and understanding what you guys were going to be able to do offensively? Because this countered everything that you guys have done offensively in terms of points per game versus what they've been able to do defensively and stop. Was there something you saw that you guys knew you could take advantage on when you were watching film prepare for this week?
I don't think if there's anything particular. I think these guys just came out. We had a good week of practice. Guys coming out, keep fighting. Obviously, the season hasn't gone the way we wanted to, but, guys have resilient and just keep fighting and came out here and put it together today.
Yeah, he sure did. Having Baker Mayfield now in his 3rd start in this offense, how has he come along and how has he adapted to being the quarterback? Because he was special today, and you and him really had a special connection in this matchup.
Yeah, no doubt. It's impressive, man. His ability to come in on short notice and get a dub and then come out here. The guy's a competitor. He's a good ball player, and he's proven that.
And finally, Tyler, Cam Akers, 23 carries, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's had some injury issues. Boy, it was nice to see him perform like this today.
Yeah, man, it's always awesome seeing him. He looks like himself, getting out there, breaking tackles, setting us up, getting first downs, and putting it in the end zone today. I believe he had 3, and just happy for him, watch him do his thing.
Tyler, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Enjoy this win tonight.
Merry Christmas, fellas. Thank you.
All right, there's Tyler Higbee, one of the many stars on this Rams team today as they demolish the Denver Broncos 51-14. All right, time to select the Pepto-Bismol upsetting moments of the game.
Well, if you're a Denver Broncos fan, you're probably sitting at home or sending somebody out for DoorDash or something to get some Pepto-Bismol because it was the quarterback play once again. The second interception, the throw that Bobby Wagner picked off, which was really inexplicable. He threw it right to him, set up that second touchdown for the offense for the Los Angeles Rams, which ultimately was the difference maker in this game. That's your Pepto-Bismol play of the game.
Yeah, the upsetting moment of the game. Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast 5-symptom relief. For nausea, heartburn, indigestion, diarrhea, or upset stomach, use Pepto-Bismol Fast Relief when you need it most. All right, final score. The Denver Broncos walloped by the Rams 51-14. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
New Gillette Intimate gives guys a gentle and easy shave on there, and around there, and even under there. Don't treat your groin like junk. Respect it with Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get. Buy now at Walmart.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this message Brian left me.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I love the smell of my cat's breath. Yeah.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. And a great shave starts with Barbasol Shaving Cream. That's Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American classic for over 100 years. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol.
Barbasol. Welcome back to SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Bill Rosinski, Ryan Leaf, and the rest of our Westwood One crew. The Broncos take it on the chin. Rams with a nearly perfect performance today, 51-14. And how about this? The Rams had the ball 10 times. The only time they did not put a score on the board was when they took a knee on the final play of the game. Unbelievable performance by the Rams, led by Baker Mayfield. 24 of 28. 230 yards and 2 touchdowns. You mentioned Cam Akers, over 100 yards rushing, 23 carries, 118 yards and 3 scores. And our guest on the post-game show, Tyler Higbee, led the receiving corps, 9 receptions for 94 yards. For the Broncos, not much to shout about. Russell Wilson, 15 of 27, 214 yards. He threw 3 interceptions. Rippon came on and threw a pick 6 late. Their running game ended up with 100 yards, but a lot of that was running on the final couple of series when it really didn't matter. And Sutton had 5 receptions for 64 yards. Time to select the Wendy's player of the game.
For me, it's Baker Mayfield, because you're asked to run the offense, get him in and out of plays, do everything that's asked of him. He finishes with the second highest completion percentage in Rams history, behind Kurt Warner. And so this is only in his 3rd game as the quarterback here. The system was simplified because of when he came in and how quickly he had to play. Today was a perfect example of what Baker Mayfield's capable of doing in the hands of an offensive-minded coach. And when you have time and the offensive line plays well, he's as accurate as anybody in this league.
He's the player of the game, sponsored by Wendy's with a Peppermint Frosty. Time to enjoy yourself this holiday is built in. They're so rich and creamy, they're basically made for relaxing. So when it's Frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. So I was going to ask you about Mayfield. His time in Carolina was a disaster, but you think it's the coach, it's the system, and we've seen this with Miami, with Tua this season with a new coach. Is that it for Mayfield? Just get him in the right spots.
Well, I just think he's so polarizing, right? As the number 1 overall draft pick, as the Heisman Trophy winner, the commercials he does, I think you put him in a place where if there can't be, I don't think Carolina wanted to get rid of him, but they knew that they were going to move on and go with Sam Darnold the rest of the year, and it didn't behoove them as a team to have both of them in that locker room, I think. And so the best thing was to let him go. And so they're in a situation right here. If he plays this well, what are you going to do? How much longer is Matthew Stafford going to play, right? He just signed a 4-year extension. He's not going to play those 4 years. He won himself a championship. That's what he was looking for. So that's going to maybe be a bigger question because of how well he played in this offense. Also a bigger question, is Sean McVay going to be the head coach next year? There's some talk that he is thinking about possibly walking away for a year, maybe dipping his toe into the broadcasting side of things. I don't know. You thought that might have happened after last year, but after a season like this, you don't quite know. So you don't know where L.A. is going right now, but all we do know, Baker Mayfield looked like the quarterback of the future in this matchup.
And from what I understand, there's another Sean waiting in the wings, putting a staff together. So who knows who could end up coaching here in Los Angeles. All right, that's the now time to select the Geico drive of the game.
Well, the drive of the game for me was what the Los Angeles Rams did after those 2 interceptions, right? They converted them into touchdowns, but when they had to go the length of the field and convert it into a touchdown, that was their 4th drive. They did exactly that. Baker Mayfield executed the game plan was perfect on the drive, got them into the end zone, and really put this game away. And I don't think from that point on Denver had a real chance moving forward.
That's the drive of the game, sponsored by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. Well, it has been our pleasure, Ryan. Great working with you. First time. Let's hope it's not the last. Merry Christmas to you and the family. You know, darn it, it's down to 72. I might have to put my sport coat on as we walk to the car this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with getting the opportunity to do this game, getting to do with you, Bill. Thank you to Howie, as always, and everybody out there listening on Westwood One. Enjoy the game coming up.
All right, should be a dandy. Once again, our final score, Rams 51, Broncos 14. Let's send it back to John Stashower in our Westwood One studios. John?
All right, Bill, thanks very much. We got some Bill Rosinski highlights coming up of this one. The Broncos and the Rams, both 4-10. Denver did win last week, ending a 5-game losing streak. Russell Wilson didn't play in that game. The Rams had lost 7 of 8. They had that one win over the Raiders, remember, when Baker Mayfield just joined them. They got an early 55-yard field goal by Matt Gay, and then Denver had its first possession, and it didn't go well. Sign of things to come. It was the 3rd play, and it was Russell Wilson's 2nd pass of the game.
Broncos faced with a 3rd down and 9 from their 26. Deep drop. Wilson's got time. Far sideline toss, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Durant. Coming back the other way, and finally out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. That was a great interception. It was not a great throw, but he had to tip it at first. And number 14 runs it back 14 yards on the return.
All right, that was interception number 1. Rams took over, and this was, their 2nd play was Baker Mayfield's 22-yard hookup with Bryson Hopkins. That got it down to the 9. Rams had 1st and goal at the 9.
From the 9, Mayfield, quick out. This time it's Higbee trying to fight for that near right pylon. Did he get it? He did. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee, a 9-yarder, a quick out from Baker Mayfield, and the Rams make the Broncos pay for that turnover, and it's 9-0.
Extra point made it 10, 6:19 in, so we go to the Broncos' 2nd possession. Remember the first one, it was the 3rd play and 2nd Russell Wilson pass. This possession was a little different. It was the 2nd play and his 1st pass.
5:20 to go, 1st quarter. Wilson back to throw, throws over the middle, that's intercepted. Here comes Bobby Wagner at the 15 and down around the 11-yard line. Did Wagner see something that gave him the clue to what Russell Wilson was going to do? Bobby Wagner with the interception and a 13-yard return.
Longtime teammates in Seattle, of course, so the Rams back on offense, and this was their 2nd play.
And once again, they're going with tempo, lining up in a hurry. Akers, the running back. He's got the call. Up the middle he goes. 2-1 touchdown. 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns by the Rams, taking advantage of Denver mistakes. And with 4:45 to go in the 1st quarter, it is 16-0 Los Angeles.
Just a nightmare 1st quarter for the Broncos and Russell Wilson. They did get a field goal, 54-yarder from Brandon McManus, so 17-3 after 1 quarter, but 2 long drives in the 2nd quarter, 75 yards, 11 plays. Remember, Mayfield and Higbee hooked up in the 1st quarter. They did it again.
3rd goal from the 7 for the Rams. Denver defense needs to come up big here. They're down 17-3. Blitz is coming. Mayfield hit. He finds Higbee in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Mayfield took a shot from Alex Singleton and delivered a strike. Higbee's second touchdown catch of the game. And the Rams are up 23-3.
So 75-yard drive. They did a little better later in the quarter. 90 yards in 12 plays. Cam Akers' second touchdown of the game made it 31-3, 31-6 at halftime. There was another Russell Wilson interception in the third quarter. It was by Jalen Ramsey. It led to a Matt Gay field goal, 34-6 into the fourth quarter when the Rams found the end zone again.
First and goal, moving left to right from the 4. Akers with the call, sprinting outside left, trying to get the corner. Stiff arms the tackler. Touchdown, Rams. The third rushing touchdown of the game for Cam Akers, and they put an exclamation point on a Christmas Day rout over the Denver Broncos with 12 and a half to go in the game. The Rams are on top by a score of 40-6.
The Rams' disappointing season. Cam Akers' disappointing season. Not the story today. Akers, 4 touchdowns in his first 12 games, 3 touchdowns today. The Broncos did get one. Wilson threw a TD pass to Greg Dulcich. They also got the 2-point conversion. But then a Matt Gay field goal, and then with Brett Rippon in the game, a Kobe Durant 85-yard pick six to finish the scoring. Rams win it 51-14. Watch this team today. You wonder why they're just 5-10. They do avoid their 11th loss, which would be the record most losses by a defending Super Bowl champion. They finish with the Chargers. Today was actually their last home game, though they play at that stadium next Sunday. It was going to be a night game. NFL has flexed out Rams-Chargers, put in Ravens-Steelers. So that's an afternoon game next Sunday, and then the Rams finish the season at Seattle. It's been a rough one for Denver. Nathaniel Hackett, 4-11. They go to Kansas City next week. Then they play the Chargers. 4 interceptions today. Actually, the Rams only had 70 more yards, but the turnovers did them in. Baker Mayfield, very impressive. 24 of 28, a 125 QB rating. And Cam Akers, 23 carries, 118 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Rams win it going away 51-14. We'll tell you about the earlier game today. It was much closer. That's next. Listen to the NFL on Westwood One.